You know what that bell means, don't you, Dan?
Start of another brilliant Have a Word episode.
Whoa, yes. And ring a bell if you've got the best Patreon in the UK.
Patreon.com/haveawordpod. If you're going to enjoy this episode, you are going to love being a patron. 30,000 lids, can't be wrong. For as little as £3 a month, you get an exclusive episode every Wednesday. You also get early release of the video on a Saturday morning, and then the specials, Carl.
So many special. We've been around the world, baby. I'm back.
We've got drunk in here, and then we've been around the world.
India, America, Amsterdam, Spain. We're going to Turkey. We're going to see the whole of the world. And you can come along with us for just £3. That is cheaper than a layer pack.
Sign up and join the Lid Army. Also, we're on a stand-up tour, the Murderers Row stand-up tour. There are a few tickets available in the remaining venues. So have a look at haveawordpod.com where you can buy tour merch.
Also, if you like extra content, on top of your extra content, we give you that. We've got film club, Q&As, all kinds. And me and Harry Robinson have got the sickest new podcast on the block, which is Mad That.
I've got a dance event in April the 20th for Dan's Anthems. DanNightingale.com for that. Adam's got some live shows coming up. There's loads of chances to see us, but it all funnels through the Patreon. Patreon.com/haveawordpod. This episode, as well as many others like it, is an absolute belter.
£3.
You look good today.
Thank you. I love you.
A lot of people say we don't get on an episode, but as soon as we're doing adverts, we're best friends again.
Come here, you.
Come here.
Wag wag leads, you're listening to the funniest podcast in the game. From the heart of Liverpool, with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped, the very best products on the market for below-the-waist grooming.
Go Ed, get on me.
I am in a fucking great mood.
Nice to hear.
Do you know why?
Because
Because I decided to be.
Okay.
Isn't that good? Woke up in a bit of a grump.
Doesn't work for everyone, you know.
No, but I think it does. I think it's just, it's willpower. I've got more control over my brain than
See,
most.
if you're suffering from mental health issues, stop being a soft cunt, you know? Just fucking
I
decide
have
to
got
have a
quite
better
an
day.
aggressive attitude towards mental health. I do think that with a lot of it. Like, I get it. Like, oh, I'm depressed. Well, there's a lot to be depressed about. Sound. I do understand that it's a serious problem, but at the same time, I am like, just fucking go for a walk and have a wank, will you? It will make you feel better.
Wanking does help.
It just will, though.
Wanking
like,
does
you
temporarily
can't just go for a walk and then come. And if you do both of those things, you'll be...
The minute of coming would be good. The 5 minutes afterwards would be not great.
Would you have little side afters?
Post-nut clarity?
What, post-nut clarity on yourself?
Yeah.
No, post-nut clarity is when you...
I have it on myself. I'm like, you're disgusting.
Dirty boy.
Yeah, I just woke up and I was like, ugh. So, like, since Italy, I've been, like, waiting for the day where I'm getting back on the os. The os of dieting and being...
Same.
Do you know what I mean? I've been eating like shit. Like, I've been just on the ale a bit. Like, yesterday before we came here, me and my missus went for a pint. After here, went to Bacaro, got an Aperol Spritz with me dinner. And, like, that's fine. It is fine. But also... You know, we got 8 plates of tapas in Bacaro and then got a dessert as well. Oh. It's just a lot of food. And then I looked in the mirror this morning and I was like, I feel fat again. And I'm like, it would have been so easy for me to get up today and be like, I also had an anxiety dream that the couch I bought yesterday for my new house didn't fit. So I woke up really on the back foot this morning and I went, nah. We're in a good mood. And also, I seen an article the other day about naming your brain. If you name your brain and make it a different person, you can tell it off.
Jerome.
Well, I went with Leon. So I called me
Black
brain
brains
Leon.
around here.
The brothers.
So, you know when you wake up and you got like, oh, today's going to be shit, I haven't slept well. You go, no, Leon, that's not fair. I've just woke up.
You get sections for that.
Just say it out loud. Is it out loud or is it you just quietly say?
No, Leon, I feel all right.
All your housemates like he's losing it again.
Yeah. So
What are you going with, Dan?
Esmeralda.
Are you going with a woman?
Yeah.
Spanish woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't do the accent though, just because.
Pipe down, bitch.
the idea is that it's a separate sort of person, but you love them. They're still you, but that like you can separate. So like if your brain's like, oh, I feel like shit, you're like, hey, I've only just woke up, Leon. That's not the attitude we need for today. We've got a big meeting. Got the fucking execs coming in to discuss the fiscal quarter.
Now, you can't use your own
He's
fiscal...
also changed his life. When does he ever have fiscal quarter?
Oh, he's always fiscal quartering.
When's the fiscal quarters? Adam?
Little Leon
April's
fiscal.
the first one till
It is, yeah.
June.
One of them.
Yeah, when do we
someone
pay our
tells you.
tax as a company?
What?
When do we pay our...
July.
Oh, he does know.
Good guess.
When do you pay your...
Hey, Leon sawed you right out there with that. Yeah, so you can't go, hey, come on, Adam, because then you like your arms would think, oh shit, we've got to get into action. What's that? Oh my god, I've started walking.
It's just a psychological thing.
I like it.
Like you want to look after yourself. Like a lot of people find it easier to look after people they love rather than themselves, don't they? They find it easier to take care of someone you care about rather than you.
How poignant.
So if you name your brain something else, it's like, hey, I'll look after you. Let's go for a walk. I know you feel like shit up there, Leon, but my legs are sound. Round the park, brother.
Finn, what are you going for? Esmeralda,
Dick's
Leon.
called Vinny. Your brain's called Leon.
What are you going for, Finn?
Bertie.
What?
Bertie.
Bertie? How old's your brain? Sounds old. Sounds
It's
like
either 6 or 20 or 94.
Oh, yeah, it's one of the ones that's...
Bertie. Let's go for a walk, Bertie. That's a dog, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm going to treat my brain like a dog. I'll give it some treats occasionally when it asks for them. And then...
He meant drugs then.
I'm kind of obsessed with like how names come back, you know, like come back into fashion.
Waiting on Linda.
Yeah, but like I know quite a young Linda.
How young are Linda?
She's in her 30s.
No, it's just not young. I'm talking about who's naming their babies Linda right now. It's coming back, but I think once there is a Linda in a fucking nursery somewhere, then we've jumped the shark on. We've gone right back to our parents' names because grandparent names are being done now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like my nana was called Frida, and no one my age, there was no girls my age called Frida.
There's no babies called Frida now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Saying that.
absolutely is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a cool
yeah.
name, Frida, yeah.
Etta's an old-fashioned name,
Do you want to know
really.
some of the names that have gone extinct in the past couple of years?
Can I guess some?
Yeah, go on.
Are they male or
I've
female?
only got 5 in this list. So.
Are they all men or?
There
There
is
can't be many Garys.
3 males.
Surely Peter's
2
Oh no, I think
ladies.
Peter's. I think once you're
I was
messing with
religious,
the
innit?
disciples, yeah.
religious.
Well,
Go on.
they reckon Gary's going to be extinct, but like Gary Neville's like the youngest one, isn't he? So when he dies, it's done.
Barry.
Gary.
Barry's gone.
Barry's gone.
Larry.
That's not on the list. But Barry, Beverly, Gail, Gertrude, and Graham.
Gail feels like it could be one.
Yeah, Graham. You
Graham's
can't have a
gone.
baby Graham now.
Baby Gary and the little twins. Gary and Graham.
Where's Graham?
Are you coming to Graham's christening? No.
I'm surprised to not see Keith on there.
Keith is on there. There's also Nigel, Ian, Horace.
Feels like Horace is one that
I
wouldn't
think
go
Horace could
Horace
be coming
could come
back.
Yeah.
Like Leonard was gone for a long time, but Lenny's back, innit?
Yeah,
Lenny's
Leonard's
My
cool.
granddad's name.
Leonard's defo back as well.
Yeah.
100%.
Carol.
Yeah, little baby Carol.
Jill.
To me, these are our mums. These are
Yeah.
like mum
Yeah,
names,
yeah,
aren't
yeah.
they? Linda, Jill, Carol.
Kathy.
No, Kathy, I think will. Catherine,
Oh, Catherine-
is still
Catherine's
possible.
still-
Yeah, it's Kate as well.
But Leslie, there's no Leslies.
Little
They're
baby
dying
Les.
off.
Yeah.
I think that's because it's too close to lesbian. And lesbians are a much bigger deal now than they were back in the day.
Leslie lesbian.
Bigger deal.
They are, though, aren't they?
Taken over. What do you mean? Parliament.
The morning view.
Yeah. I think years ago, women just used to like muff dive in secret, didn't they?
Yeah.
But now they're like,
I mean,
They're
yeah,
in public.
the gay community did have to. It was illegal, wasn't it? So yeah, you had to keep it
it's mad that,
quiet.
Isn't it mad that it's, at one point the government could tell you what you can put your cock in?
That's your lifetime, isn't it?
No, fuck you.
No,
yourself.
is it not?
Really hard?
Is it genuinely, is it not?
About
Gay
15
marriage,
years
yeah. Gay marriage.
No, what's the thing Thatcher brought in where they weren't allowed to promote it in schools?
You have to duel to see if you're a lesbian.
26, I want to say.
Fuck are you pulling out Thatcher's Section 26? What are you on about?
Is it section
I'm
26?
sure it was 1967, 68,
No,
wasn't it?
that's
Wasn't that
about
Stonewall?
landlords.
Oh my God, that's about rebuying your council house.
What are you in for? Sucking cock.
You can buy your council house, but not if you're a
Section
lesbian.
28, sorry. Until it was introduced in 1988, you weren't allowed to promote homosexuality in school.
Yeah, and we all agree
Right.
with that. Of course.
Right, what's that got to do with my lifetime? What?
That's in your lifetime
You
of
were
being in
alive
school.
when being gay was
That was introduced in 1988.
repressed
Right.
You were 29.
by the constabulary.
29 years old and gay. But after that, I was like, oh, Maggie says I'm all right.
No, but isn't it like really interesting? Especially because like this is a conservative country, generally speaking. Like if you look at historically the way it votes, it's always sort of
Yeah, Middle England, they love a bit of it.
like the
For shame.
left wing governments are like a little holiday, aren't they? It's normally a punishment when the Tories fuck it up too
There's
badly.
basically been 3 holidays.
Yeah.
But then one
So it's
Oh, no,
quite
it's
a
4 then.
but like conservative governments. Am I right in thinking just like there's a lot more? Is this American that I'm thinking of? Like it's a lot more freedom. Like you don't tell me what to do with my life.
Libertarian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Less tax, more freedoms.
And isn't it mad
Fuck the poor.
that like at some point, 2 consenting adults where like it was illegal for like me to suck you up. Like I couldn't put a cock that wanted to be in my mouth.
Yes. Yeah.
No, but it is
I love
meant
it how
like-
you're seeing it. Years of repression and then also gay rights. Like, I couldn't suck a cock that I wanted
No,
to
but I
suck.
mean, it's just
And the
two
gut-
people in it.
It's just two people like
going, "Let's
fucking
do
each other
this."
in the arse,
And
it's
they're like, "You can." I don't think you should do that.
Like I could have been in Aberdeen or like Inverness, the furthest part of the UK from London, and some fella in London in a suit was like on the blower going, "Hey, no bumming you."
That's what they did. They have a government official ring Inverness. You're no bumming up there.
That's just mad though. 600 miles away. Me and you've got our cocks out. We could have our cocks out in the same room. But the second I touch you, London's on the blower. Pack it in.
And then what? Civil unions was what? 2005. That was the first.
That how recent it was.
They
Yeah.
win Pop Idol.
I think Jonathan Mayer was like the first one. Married his partner Leon.
Oh, civil partnerships.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it was like big on the news, wasn't it?
Guess it was 2004, 2005.
2005, December the 5th.
Nice. In
Mad.
America, if you have a baby you don't want, you've got to keep it.
What?
In America, if you get pregnant, you're not allowed to get rid of it.
Is that federal law now, or is it just some states?
They gave it back to the states.
So what does that mean?
Means,
It means
if
each
you're
state gets to set its
Oh
own
yeah,
law.
know that. Yeah,
if
but
you're
I'm
in the
saying,
wrong state.
isn't it like majority of states though?
No,
How is it not?
it's
Minority?
just an,
Very,
like
very small minority. 2, I think.
no.
Oh yeah.
But like they're trying to change it so that if you live in one of those states, you can't even
Oh,
drive
you
to another
can't
one and
cross
get it done.
borders. Yeah.
Now that's when you listen. I'm no Tory, but that's when you start going, "Hey, could you fuck off out of my life a bit?" Like
Yeah, I'm pregnant and I don't want it. So
when the lockdown happened, there was a couple of older comics who sort of lost their mind a little bit.
Yeah.
And afterwards, you could see it in their stand up for a good 3 years where you're like, this is messed with you. Because they were like late 40s, 50 years old, just at the prime of their like, I am an independent dad. I'm like a bloke. There's just nothing about them excepted that a government could tell them to stay indoors. Like it fucked with their sense of freedom. And although there was a greater concern of like, oh, the hospitals are struggling and everything, you can see the point of like, what authority does a government that we've elected democratically have to go, stay in your fucking house or the police will come round? That's like, I get that COVID, people were dying. There was a collective fear and it was for the greater good. But I can also see why some people were like, fuck off, because it's a dangerous like precedent to set, isn't it?
Well, we weren't living here when it was happening, and the laws over in Japan where they've so after World War II they lost their civil laws where they can tell people what to do, like our government. But they were like, "Hey, can you all just stay in because you know it's dangerous?" And because there's such like a can't think of the word, a society that does as they're told, basically. They were like, "Yeah,
They're quite conformist.
yeah."
Quite.
They were like, "Yeah, cool. You know, we're a collective. We'll look after each other." And because me and Sarek were over there and we're not necessarily, we were going out and doing whatever we wanted and we were getting judged massively. People were like, "Why are you travelling?" We were like, "Because we fucking want to."
And also you're foreign
Yeah.
in like clearly
we want
foreign.
fucking
That
travel.
gap year, you little prick. You're not ruining that with some bat
Yeah.
from China.
Yeah, like, no, don't go over, like, I can go over there. Like, it's fine. If you're legally letting me and you're just like, please don't, then it's on me, isn't it, if I get sick? I mean, obviously, if I'm spreading it, that's bad, but...
Yeah, but that's the problem, innit? It's not you that gets sick. It's if you pass it on to some... Like, I get the reasoning of why a lockdown was justified, but I also understand why some old boys were like, who the fuck is telling me to stay in my house?
Yeah,
I don't think it'll happen again.
I don't think they'd get the conformity by everyone. I think everyone would go.
I think
even on the second lockdown, it was so much looser.
Do you know, like
I did it, by the way. I didn't fuck with it.
A lot of the conspiracy theorist people are like, that was a test to see if we'd listen to them. That was like a test of like conformity of compliance. If they're right, let's just live in the world where they are, and that was a test. They've absolutely fucked it. Because of all the sort of bullshit around it and all the stuff that come out afterwards about like, you know, the different information on how sort of infectious thing was, the vaccine stuff that like, you know, there's obviously a lot of people who went really mental on it. Like they're putting microchips in everyone and they want to watch us going on Tesco. But then there was also like, it was probably rushed a little bit too soon and it wasn't tested to the level.
Do you regret getting the vaccine? Do you wish you hadn't got it? Because now, I mean, I got it. I basically got it so I could go on holiday. But now if they
I got it so I could support John Bishop, basically.
I think if now they went, right, you can go back and not have it, I think I'd go back and not have it. I know that sounds mad because I'm not an anti-vaxxer at all.
So why?
Because we don't know what happens in the future in 30, 40 years. We don't know.
Well, they were like, it could take 5 years for a vaccine. And then it was 18 months, wasn't it?
I don't know. I just feel
Or
like it
less.
didn't. I mean, it's a very selfish way to act. It didn't affect me enough that I feel like I needed it. But I've had it now and it's whatever. But sometimes, not regret it, but I'm like, I wondered if I'd go back.
I felt pretty horrendous after the second one. After the second jab.
I felt worse when I had COVID, though.
I felt very similar.
I was so...
Apart from that one night I did go to the hospital.
Yeah, I mean, there's that.
But I do think that if there was another pandemic, people would have to be literally dropping dead in front of people in the street for the government to have any ability to go, hey, you all need to stay in. I think if it was similar to the last one, people would just be like, no. No.
What was the thing? Herd immunity?
Yeah.
Herd immunity, that was hey, let's all get it. I think everyone just go, cool, we'll get it.
Yeah, that herd immunity didn't, like, it's still people are going to die, though, aren't
Totally,
they?
yeah.
Like,
yeah,
even,
but that's just, people just say that's
it
just
would
the way
have to
the
be
world
so much
works.
worse. Sometimes I think about the Second World War, you know,
Before you go to sleep.
before I go to sleep. Imagine if we all got conscripted like they did back then. Like it was like, oh shit, you've got to come and fight this war. I just cannot see how in 2025 they'd get what they need from an army.
Conscientious objection illegal? Conscientious objection.
Was it illegal?
Like
yeah,
you-
I think it was. But you'd be shunned. Like you going, oh, I could, but I'm not. You're ostracized from society. You'd like your family, your friends. It's such a fucking bold move where every 18, 19, 20-year-old right up to like their 30s is going, fighting and dying. And you're like, nah, mate, not into war. When it's Hitler on the other side.
Just feels like our minds have changed a lot since then. We were like, yeah, nah. Back then, there wasn't much to do, was there?
They wouldn't ever need that though anymore, would they? They wouldn't need boots on the ground.
No, they got weapons that
Yeah.
mean they don't need it.
Was it illegal?
Yeah, I think it was back in the day, but it's not anymore.
Yeah, no, it's not now, but yeah, I don't want to do
I just don't think you could get young men or women in this country to go, yeah, let's all do it. There's such a seed change to you've got to look after, you've got to, like the collective feeling of like, we're British and we're in a fight.
gone.
Like that's gone. It's so much more independent thought going on.
Laura would say you're not going. She'd go, no.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? Right, come and fight for your country. My missus says I can't
No, but
play
I'm saying
out.
back then, the wives were like, go, make me proud. And Laura would be like, you're not fucking going, I've got 2 kids.
Make me proud.
Well, it would be that, wouldn't it? It'd be like, let's make the family like someone to be
They
proud
all
of.
wanted to go. My granddad, my dad's dad, Pop, was too young, and he basically turned 18 in like late 1945. He was fucking gutted because his 2 older brothers had gone. He was dying to go and join the Navy, and then did. He joined because there was such a turnaround of like troops and sailors and whatnot. And I think he did 2 years and ended up stationed in near Edinburgh.
Maybe he was just lying though. Maybe like his two brothers had gone and he was just like, gutted I can't go. And then everyone's like, you really wanted that, didn't you, Pop? And he's like, yeah, fuck
You
it.
go, though.
I'm fucking gutted. And then after the war's gone, he's like, see, I would have done it all along. And essentially he was just on a boat in Edinburgh for a bit.
In their head, they were like, it's a boys' holiday. We got to do it. It's literally like playing for the school or something. Everyone was doing it. Once enough of your mates were doing it.
You wouldn't go.
It would have to be such...
If you got a letter through the thing now, and it's like, right, there's a war happening, we need you. Like,
And everyone's going. He's going. I'm going. Finn's going. Steve's going. You're telling me you're going. You've got to see it through a different lens.
He would stay in his house.
Why would they go?
That's what I'm saying about I don't think it could happen now.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
But in 1940...
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm talking now. Back then, of course, I'd have gone, yeah.
I think, but you're like, no, I'm just the kind of person that wouldn't. I just don't think we can put ourselves in the shoes of those, and it was just young men that went. You went. It was what you did. It was what all your mates were doing. It's what your brothers were doing, and your dad would be like, yeah, you're going. Like, I think there was such pressure to be like, you go and fucking fight the evil. It was so black and white.
But like, it would have to be something like that now, wouldn't it? It'd have to be the new Hitler.
I mean,
to be a new one of them.
Putin's not a fucking walk in the park, is he? But
It'd have to be like, we're not using the big weapons. You're not going all
that's
that.
what they do. That is what's happening at the moment, isn't it?
It'd have to
There
be
is
like,
a fucking war, and everyone's going, let's not use the big ones because they could. Yeah. Everyone could.
Yeah, but even now, the fucking weapon, like the small ones, are still like. But it was like, it's just hands on, bash.
Oh, it's just a dust up. We're just doing a traveller call out
Each
for
country
Putin.
goes, right.
Come on, you big fucking death badge, you bastard.
200,000 men from each country go. Would you sign up?
Do they want me in that 200,000? So this is the question. I can't head a leather football. When I was a kid, it gave me a sore brain. Convinced of it.
200 man, 1 bounce.
I've been punched like twice in my life. Once by a scally from Avenham, once by my mate Sean. That didn't end well. I don't think I landed a punch. Why am I needed in a 200,000? You know, am I a great ad there?
You're quite wily.
I'm wily. So what? 199,900. They all run towards. And I'm like,
Yeah. You're wearing your
I
Rolex.
don't think I'm a great add to the team. If there's 200k going, like at 44,
Yeah, but you've got street smart. You've got kids going, yeah, you're going, no, hang back, lad. Kick him in the shins.
He hasn't got street smart. No, he hasn't.
I grew up in Penn with them. I don't know if you've seen it. Pretty leafy.
I'm not going. Fuck that, mate.
Even if it was like new Hitler.
What am I going to do?
New Hitler.
Like New Labour. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Things can only get racist.
I'd get there.
Have you seen India and Pakistan kicking off, by the way?
Oh, here we go. We're doing the news.
Are they, yeah?
Yep.
With each other?
Did you not see that last night?
I watched the footy last night.
Oh, that was a pretty horrific
So,
terrorist attack.
Oh, shit. Oh, is that the one with the fella that does the zip line over there?
I've seen, yeah.
It's such the most mental video.
Did you just call it a terrorist attack?
Well, it was, wasn't it?
What do you mean? I don't know whether we've seen different things.
Have you not seen it with the fella zip lining over there? He doesn't realise.
No.
Everyone's getting shot. Fucking
What did you
There
say?
was an attack. I can't remember the
India bombed Pakistan last night.
yeah, in response to that attack from 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah, it's heightened the tension.
It's like on
By
a
the way,
weird,
India and
like-
Pakistan have been up each other's arseholes for fucking years.
It looks like he's like zip line over like a golf course and there's loads of people below and he's like, whee! But then if you look, there's people just getting shot on the floor.
Yeah, it's a mental.
Right. Well, last night, India bombed and targeted mosques that that terror cell works out of. That's what they've claimed. But yeah, they were using airstrikes. And then Pakistan have said, right, well, we're going to come back at you now. But they're both nuclear powers. And that could kick off rather quickly.
Is there a person who's going, hey, no? Is there like a big boss? There isn't, is there? The UN?
Well, Trump thinks he's that, doesn't he?
You know what I mean? They used to be like, yeah, okay, calm down. You can scrap, but don't be using the big toys.
Yeah, but that's not really Trump's vibe, is it? He's like, well, I'm not doing it. So Europe needs to step up and support Ukraine because I'm not fucking doing it. He's basically undermined NATO, hasn't he? So there now are pressure points in the world, aren't there? Like these flare points.
It's everywhere.
Gaza,
China?
Kiev. Well, China's not happened yet.
Are they trying to...
But when they invade Taiwan,
Taiwan, yeah.
which I'm convinced will happen, and now is it Kashmir, basically? It's a lot of restraint, isn't it, to not press the nuclear button. Enjoy your breakfast, everyone.
Well, doesn't everyone lose then?
Yeah.
Everyone loses, surely. As soon as the first one's gone, it's like, right, it's just the beginning of the end now, isn't it?
Anyway, I've named me brain.
Leon. Nice name. Nice name. I'm going to say this to Esmeralda. Don't think about any of that for a bit. You'll just feel stressed. I can't listen to the rest is politics. I can listen to the rest is history. Rest is history. I'm like, la, 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 la. Ooh, Russia in 1682. I know this ends fine to an extent.
What do you just
with the rest is politics.
Isn't the rest is history just the rest is politics from ages ago, though?
Yeah, it's like a repeat.
Thing is, I know that I don't die in the rest is history. I know that I still get born and live quite a nice life and podcast with you. And the rest is politics. I don't know how it ends.
But do you not just always think everything's going to be all right? I know we're very privileged to say that living in this country and it's safe, and there's places that isn't.
Yeah, and also every generation has gone, fuck, the world's gone mad on it. And there's obviously periods where it's gone more mad. And
everything's going to be all right for us.
That's what I mean. It's a very privileged
like it is.
Speaking from, isn't it?
It just is because and this is me speaking with absolutely no authority whatsoever, by the way, and no real knowledge. But from the stuff I've read and watched and seen, the two countries that could possibly fuck with us are Russia and China, and because we're allied to America, like very, very closely, as much as Trump is like doing this tariff thing, whatever. Like, that would immediately become a big problem for Russia and China. So no one really wants that beef,
That's
really.
the big one, innit?
Yeah.
Also,
Like, if
we're
Russia fights
we're
America-
pretty sweet with China in terms of trade.
Yeah. So, like,
As it
we
stands.
will be okay, but it is a pretty
In the middle.
horrific time. But my first thought last night when I seen all that kicking off was Shruti. Like,
Yeah, she lives there. Like, she's in the... Yeah.
I know India's massive, but
And she's in the safest place possible within India.
Is Mumbai not a hotspot now?
I mean, I suppose it could be for an attack, but she's way south, isn't she? But then again, it's it's like the biggest city, innit? Or one of the two.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's
I mean, listen, it's been worse, hasn't it? There's been a point where they were telling people to duck under tables and cover their head, in case of the nuclear bomb that went off in their car park.
So it was a 14% chance that you were born in India. It's not much.
No, there isn't.
No, there's a pretty low chance that I was born in India.
14%.
I was born above the font.
Because
Same room as John
you know
Lennon.
why it was a bit random? It's because my mum was from Blackpool and my dad was from Preston.
Yeah.
So I think that reduced my percentage chances.
But I'm saying, in terms of the population that's ever lived, 14% chance that you were Indian. But obviously you're not.
It's a really random way of looking at that.
This is Carl's really bad use of statistics.
No, sorry.
It's mad that you're not Chinese. Look at the numbers.
So just look at the draw, isn't it? Like, someone was just born in a war zone and we weren't.
Yeah.
Wow. Have we smoked a spliff? Is the weed in the gas leak?
The gas leak's got weed.
Do you know what, guys? I think just world leaders should take pills and like just sit around and like get. Oh my god, the amount of times I heard that fucking chat at an after party. And
Only you bringing it up.
Guys,
anyone
want to talk about it?
I was the victim of a crime this morning. Can we talk about that?
What?
I was the victim of a crime.
I mean,
Here we go. This is going to be like when you got sexually
It's
assaulted.
gonna be exactly the same.
By the way, if you're not a Patreon, patreon.com/haveawordpod, Carl told us about the sexual assault this week. Guess what the
You know
sexual
what?
assault was?
I'll-
He got a massage and she focused on his butt cheeks. That was it.
And then afterwards, he said, "My arse felt great." So
Listen, I'll shave a bit off. It wasn't an assault, but it wasn't nice.
right,
But
What was the crime today?
theft?
right. And who left the car open?
Hang on. Whoa.
The song?
Hey, that's victim blaming. That's
Yeah,
not okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
and
he,
also,
he left his car open overnight.
Yeah, but that's still victim blaming.
Hang on, what-
I am victim blaming. Yeah, he left his car open in Highton. Come on, bro.
what do you mean left me cat doesn't matter?
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. That doesn't invite criminals.
Do you know where you live? You left the car open, so it diminishes my sympathy for you. If the car had been smashed, the window had been smashed in, I'd feel worse about your situation
Yeah,
right now.
obviously.
What
That's
did
like,
they steal from you, Carl?
so I got in my car and what I'd done is I'd done a big shop yesterday, so I'm ferrying to the car. And obviously the last one I forgot to lock it. Got in, so I was like, oh fuck, I haven't locked my car, what an idiot. Got in, and I'm driving a courtesy car, so it's pretty empty anyway. And I get in, like driving, like, okay, I fancy a Tic Tac. I've got the new strawberry Tic Tacs, like the great. So I put
Hashtag not an ad.
I lift me centre console up, and it's empty. And I'm like, where the fuck have I put my Tic Tacs? What an idiot! Like, live there. And then I've gone. My door was open. I'm gone. My sunglasses have gone as well.
You're more upset about the Tic Tacs than
and
the
my pound
sunglasses.
coin.
Right. Oh, for the trolley?
No, I've got one of them on my keys. It's for the slow puncture I've got in
Cool
the keys.
guy.
Yeah. And they've stolen me new Ray-Bans, me Tic Tacs.
By the way, do you know later on when you get home and you find your Tic Tacs and your Ray-Bans on the kitchen counter and nothing's...
What about the pound coin? It's the pound coin that's making me know that I've not moved it. Why I wouldn't take the pound coin.
I know...
Did you use the pound coin?
First of all, I believe men when they say they've been a victim of a crime. You know what I mean? But I don't believe you.
What do you mean you don't believe me? They're
just
not
don't-
there anymore.
I just don't believe that someone's broke into your car to take sunglasses and
No,
Tic
no.
Tacs.
By the way, is it
It's the fact
breaking?
they
Is it
took the
breaking?
Tic Tacs.
No, they've been trying doors.
Oh, yeah.
Is that breaking in if
The
they
door
just open
triers.
it?
Yeah,
What do
the
you mean, the
door
door-
triers of heighten. Yeah.
Is it?
Do you know how common that is that people try doors?
And that it's the fact they've took the Tic Tacs.
No, they've opened the sense console and gone, hey, Sonny's
Thing
there.
is, Adam, even thieves know that they're great, those strawberry ones.
They've probably gone, they'll do as well. I'd steal a Tic Tacs, they're great.
No one wants to be a thief with bad breath. And only 2 calories.
So yeah, I've lost my Sonny's and I'm a victim of a crime.
Did they break in?
Did they break in?
I mean, if you've left the car door open,
I didn't even open it, it was unlocked.
right, if you've left it unlocked, is that breaking and entering or is it just entering?
It's just entering.
You know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Does it mean it's not illegal, Dan?
We're going to get you through
If you
this
leave the front
car.
door open and someone takes your couch, you ain't allowed.
Is it illegal to get in someone's car? Is it illegal?
Probably not, no. But to steal things that aren't yours, yeah.
And if someone was in your car and said, hey, can I have a Tic Tac? Would you let them have a Tic Tac?
3 to 5 years.
If I came out of my house and they was sat in the car, I'm like, hey, lad, I go get off the fuck out of my car. That's like saying if you came into yours, you left the front door open, there's someone sat on the couch, can I have a brew? Yeah, lad, go
If
on.
they take the couch, though, you can't claim on insurance.
Yeah,
It is a crime, but you're a twat, so you don't get the money
there's nothing I
back.
can do about it.
Are you going to? You can't claim for the Tic Tacs, can you?
How many was in the box? I don't know. It's more the Sunnies, isn't it?
I think you just need to get over it, lad. And
It
just,
happened today. It happened probably like, I didn't know, just an hour and a half ago.
just lick your wounds, lad. You've lost some sunglasses. You deserve to lose them because you left your car open.
I feel like that too a little bit.
Yeah, you deserve
it's tax, isn't it?
Yeah.
You live your learn.
Dickhead tax. Like, if that didn't happen,
living,
you
huh?
wouldn't have learnt your lesson. You'd left it open again. You'll never leave that car open ever again.
Yeah, it's tax. Luckily, I've got loads of stuff in the boot.
Rookery.
Luckily,
Luckily, it's Tic Tac tax.
they didn't access the boot.
What could they have had? Here's what you could have won.
So I haven't emptied it from the wedding, so I've got 3 pairs of docks, pair of Birks, and a suit.
Oh.
There's some
The suit that's not been sent
stupid
back?
thieves.
What? No, my suit.
All right. Good God.
Close call.
Hey, you should go around trying boots.
The shop.
Yeah, nice.
I'm just upset. I'm allowed to be upset that someone stole something I own.
Brought it on yourself. I'm with Dan. Me and Dan are victim blamers now.
I did my dissertation on victim blaming.
Oh, I thought of you. I bought a Tangle Tees.
Good, Auntie. What kind? Like a little handheld one or a...
Do you not question why I need a Tangle Tees?
Oh, yeah. The best.
Tangle tees.
A Tangle Tees?
A hairbrush.
Yeah.
Why?
I scratched my back with Etta's Tangle Tees and it's
Oh,
the best
it's
back scratch.
outrageous how
Oh
good it
my God! Why don't they just sell it as fucking Fat Man back scratcher?
It'd make you come.
Great.
Scratch your
hip-hop
legs with
artist.
it. Scratch your legs with it, mate.
Etta was like, Daddy, please stop doing that with my brush. I was like, right, cool, I will. That is out of order. Me going, oh God. Fuck me, I've bought one. It's coming tomorrow.
Why didn't you brush your head? That'd probably feel nice as well.
It's sensitive.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have you got a sensitive head?
Got a little thin skin. That
It's
butt.
because yours were at.
Yeah, it is. I need to toughen it up. Just get it in the
Yeah, it's
sun
like
a
your
bit.
bell end, isn't it? Your bell end skin's dead tough. Ours isn't. Because we've got hats on ours.
And
That's just a
foreskin.
fact.
And foreskin.
So we went from the nuclear Armageddon that's threatened around the world to foreskins pretty quickly. Can't wait to get my Tangle Tees.
What
That-
colour did you get? Blue.
Black, mate.
Black.
Well, I can't get a pink one like Etta. Then we're arguing about whose Tangle Tees it is. It's break time, isn't
Did
it?
you get one with a handle?
It's fucking break time, Carl.
handle one?
Yeah.
Yeah, good, Auntie.
All right, let's have an interval.
You can tape it to a mop so you can reach your arsehole.
You can just go this way at them.
No, but like, what about like the bottom of your back?
Tailbone.
You can touch the bottom of your back right now.
Oh, yeah.
We needed this break 45 seconds ago. Hello, everyone. Time to tell you about my absolute favourite sponsor. It's Love Honey.
Sex toys, outfits, and other things to help you come. Lovehoney.co.uk. And with the promo code AFF-word20, 20% off site-wide for sex toys, lingerie, stuff to make your bollocks buzz. Ha! You'll be jizzing in no time.
I'm a masturbator. I love it. But, I'm doing it caveman style. Just pulling the pud. What an idiot, mate. Go on Love Honey and just up your wanking game. And why not? Treat yourself right.
The Love Honey fleshlight, you can fuck a big cup these days.
And also, I've just read your stroker can also be used for stamina training. Just remember, practice makes perfect. It's about performance, mate.
The #1 selling male sex toy in the world. That's right. Everyone else has got one. You're just sat there with your cock in your hand. Don't you feel like a knobhead now? AFF-word20 at lovehoney.co.uk. 20% off site-wide. Not just for masturbation. Make women come as well. Bzzz.
Ladies wank. Love Honey. You should sign up to our Patreon. It's one of the biggest in the world, the biggest in the UK for a reason. Exclusive episode every Wednesday, video and audio. Early release of the public episode on video. You get it Saturday morning instead of Monday. And then all of the back catalogue of all of those things, but also the specials. And we have done nearly 50 now.
I'd say over 50, probably.
It's a lot of extra content. Patreon.com/haveawordpod.
Brand new special every single month.
Pow.
Next month is the survival special.
Every month, the Patreon gets more valuable.
This month is the survival special.
Oh, God, it's May, isn't it? Oh, shit, yeah. This month is the
It's gonna
survival.
be May.
There you go, forgot. Wow, it's May.
Shall we do
The year's dust, innit?
35% done the year is.
closer to the NFL season?
I want to go to an NFL game in America this year at the Philadelphia Eagles Stadium. That's my plan.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
When's the season? September to February?
Jihad Campbell was their first round pick. I mean, he's got to be good. He's got to have something about him. Old Jihad.
I put a jihad on you.
And they nearly traded up.
It was the draft
Didn't need
recently,
to.
yeah?
Fucking Howie Roseman, mate. The Eagles are such a good franchise.
Was the draft recent? I don't even know.
The draft was a week or two ago. Shadur Sanders, son of absolute Hall of Fame player Deion Sanders, was meant to go. Mel Kiper had him 1. He could have gone 3. And he went 5th round. It was embarrassing. Mental. And he got a prank call as well. Oh, nightmare.
You said it was a boring one or something, or it's not the best year of people.
A draft analyst said this draft was like, if players in the draft are things you need in the house, this was like a utility room draft where you get like a tumble dryer.
Being excited by
You're not getting like the big TV or
Yeah.
a new couch.
Your Miami Dolphins have drafted a second choice quarterback from my Texas Longhorns.
Cheers, mate. Is he good?
He's good, but he's not good enough.
What's his name?
Ewers.
Errors.
Is he like Cher?
He's all right. Yeah. He'll be fine.
Go
He
Dolphins.
sort of flapped it a bit towards the end of the season with the Texas Longhorns, and then was like, I'm declaring for the draft. And everyone was like, do you not just want to do another year of college football? He's like, even less people will want me if I do that, so I'm going this year.
So you're going Eagles. Are we going to try and get to Dublin for the Steelers?
Yeah.
When's October?
Probably. I don't think it's been announced. I mean, us and the whole of Ireland and a lot of Europe will want to go, but we could maybe make that happen. That would be one of my favourite places in the world. My favourite thing. Yeah. That would be
I
good.
do enjoy going to the
Am I
NFL.
not your favourite thing?
You'll
be there?
You'd be there.
He meant you.
And
You'd be in bed so
I
early,
always say
Dan.
that.
You're putting that in the wall.
Yeah.
I can see it.
She'd just let me do cocaine again.
Who your brain? Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
She's like, no, you can't have it. No.
That's how she speaks, my brain.
Oh, are you tired? You want to look at bundas and sexy things on internet.
Question?
That's in the trailer.
Sean Grafton says, Joe Wicks came on the TV the other day and my missus randomly announced she'd be gutted if he ever got outed as a wrong'un. Made me think, what celebrities would you be gutted to find out about if they had allegations against them? It's from Shawnee
Russell
G.
Brand. If anything ever comes
Adam,
up, you know.
I'm saying,
We have to break your heart here. It's happened.
What's he been accused of?
it's been in the
Been
news.
accused the worst, one of the worst ones.
It's been.
Multiple, and he's just denying it and living in America.
I
Left
think
Tottenham to join Arsenal.
he's like, yeah,
Sol Campbell.
it's horrific.
He's Sol Campbell.
I think Philip Schofield's mine because he's just part of my childhood.
Dan, again, a couple of years ago, we got outed.
Oh, I've just remembered. No, he groomed
A runner.
a teenager.
God, I need to check Twitter.
And
more.
Russell Brand's a rapist.
No.
I put Harvey Weinstein because I just love the
mate,
films.
Dad, no. A lot of women in Hollywood accused him of being a bad guy.
I think the financier Jeffrey Epstein.
The New York financier.
Apparently, he suicided himself, but he didn't.
I seen a TikTok the other day of a woman who is accusing Larry David. That made me think.
Oh, no.
Really open her.
Lazar.
That no one's ever called it.
That's a bad one, that, innit?
Because it ruins.
Not that the others are like, yay! But like,
That's heartbreak.
There's surely the goat of all. Come on, we all think Attenborough.
Yeah. I think Tom Hanks for the same reason as Larry David.
I think he is.
Tom
a bad guy.
Hanks. Tom Hanks has been
about
accused for
He is
years.
a bad guy.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
What? No, we're not doing. We're not,
Pizzagate. He was part of Pizzagate.
we're
Yeah.
not.
No, genuinely, he was.
No, that's. Listen, that is high end. Eating children on pizza conspiracy. I'm talking wrong'un allegations. Like
Hang on. You think Pizzagate was actually them eating kids?
What? Go on.
Pizzagate was the bad allegations. They just used pizzas as the cover.
Right.
Yeah.
That there's a child paedophile ring of celebrities and Illuminati.
Yeah.
But beneath a pizza place in Washington, D.C., yeah.
Right.
It's called Pizza Gate.
And Tom
Not
Han-
making fucking little Johnny pizza.
Oh, I've listened to so much conspiracy that I was like, yeah, they're
No,
chopping up.
you go in and go,
get his
oh,
dad.
I'll have the margarita with
No, I'm not-
mushrooms.
everyone
and then you
does
go
that.
downstairs and there's a kid waiting to be
It
bummed.
needs to be something that isn't commonly ordered.
I'm not having Tom Hanks. That's not a proper
Margarita,
allegation.
please. Oh, 12-inch.
But Tom Hanks is
Have a child.
Tom Hanks is accused in certain circles.
Yeah,
Look,
mental
I'm not accusing
circles.
him.
I'm not. That's not a proper allegation. I'm not having that.
No, now when I think Tom Hanks, I think bad guy.
Fuck off. You
Yeah.
watch too many fucking
I don't watch TikTok. I'm not on TikTok.
YouTubes.
Yeah, I watch YouTube.
No, not Tom. Don't do it to me.
Yeah, but what you're saying is you open. It's never out there that he might be doing something bad, and it already is.
Graham Souness.
That wouldn't bother me.
Would that ruin your morning? Or not even like?
Oh, I'm gone.
If Graham Souness,
Yeah.
no.
Roy Keane.
Roy Keane would be a bad
That would
one.
be good because he's so like salt of the earth. Come on,
He's
brother.
he's such a man of integrity, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like he's got his moral, and even if you don't agree with the way he sees the world and the way he acts, he's everything he says and does is based on no, you do your job.
Straight down the line. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all.
And he's like, who knew he was this funny?
yeah.
He's fucking class.
Roy Keane would be up there. As
Michael Jordan is one that would upset me
Michael
because I
Sheen.
think he'd be if it came out that he was a paedophile, I think he's so competitive that he'd try and be the best paedophile ever. He'd be
He'd
like
never
the
beat Michael Jackson.
Michael
though, are you?
Jackson's the GOAT, mate.
Michael Jordan's got such a competitive nature, and also I'd have to give up 2 pairs of shoes.
No, I don't think. Is Jackson the GOAT? Savile surely out-goated them.
No. Jackson's the one you want to be paedophiled by.
I think Jordan sees those numbers and just smashes them, mate.
This is a rough episode. This is your first one. If you're a Kyla Cobbler fan, by the way, welcome to the show. Skip ahead.
Surely there's going to be lots of like British like national treasures.
Yeah,
maybe,
my
like-
one.
David Tennant.
That's my one.
yeah, Michael Sheen, David Tennant.
Oh, the magic. You can't say it.
Michael Sheen would be one.
Mac-
Nigella Lawson would be bad for me because I wish I'd wish she'd abuse me.
Whoa.
Do you know
You
what I mean?
can't be abused, though, can you? By Nigella Lawson.
You're older than she is.
You're older than she is, and you
No,
want it.
she's
That's
not. She's
abuse.
about 60,
You just want
mate.
to.
I know.
She's about 60.
I know.
You just want to fuck Nigella Lawson. That's not being abused.
I know. I'd leave the fucking car unlocked for Nigella. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Steal your TikToks. Oh, give you a wank. What other national treasures are
Maca.
there? I wouldn't give a fuck.
Come on.
Steve McManaman.
Steve McManaman.
Yeah.
We'll have a fiddle. Course, we'll have a fiddle.
Look at that Fletch.
Who was that?
I don't know what that was.
What?
Who was that?
We'll have a look. Of course, we'll have a look.
Oh. It sounded like Yorkshire, though.
I know, sorry.
Well, I'm a fiddle. I'm Steve McManaman. Steve McManaman. We'll have fiddle. Fiddle will have...
Hey. Motson, but he's dead, isn't he? Motson would have been one of them.
John Motson dead? I thought he just
Are we doing dead people as well, though? Oh, Jesus Christ. That'd be a shock, wouldn't it? To a lot of fucking... That'd be great.
No, like, yeah, I'm just thinking national treasures who don't already
do you
know.
know, I was walking through Sefton Park a couple of years ago. Drove all the way there from ours. It took me hours. And I was walking through the park and there was a fucking Jesus shagger. You know, the fucking, and he came and he sold pussies so that you could have pussies. You know, that fucking...
The preachers.
Guy. Yeah.
And the Shearers.
But as he was doing it, a fella walked past him, right? And he's like preaching the good word of Jesus. And it was a goth as well. And he went, Jesus used prostitutes, actually. And he just carried on walking. And I remember trying to like do a stand-up bit about this. Just how like even Jesus in this fella's head is like fallible.
Cancelable.
Do you know what I mean? He's like, no, he can cure as many lepers and blindness and give everyone fucking scran on the birthday and save everyone's sins. But he paid for pussy. So not
And
for
he
me.
didn't recycle. Disgusting.
Well, anybody's like Mr. Beast, he's done loads, hasn't he? Like he's cured the blind and all that. So he does one bad thing. I was like, he is the fucking devil.
His smile really freaks me out.
Yeah, he's not human, is he? But
No.
he does good things for the world.
You seen him smile?
Yeah, I've Etta's into... was it Beast Challenge?
He doesn't smile. Does he?
Beast Games.
Yeah.
She loved it.
That's also something that you could put Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson together against each other in. Beast games. You can beast the most kids.
I'm trying to think of others, like Bridges, Kevin Bridges.
Carl,
You can't say
what are we
someone
doing?
you know.
You can't
we
do
love.
someone we know and like.
Exactly.
Yeah, you.
That's
I'd
perfect.
be
Do you
gutted
know
if
what
you
the
came-
question is?
What?
Have you remembered? The question is the people you would not like to see come out,
Oh,
is
what?
it?
All right. I think we're bringing it a bit close to home when we're bringing Bridges into it.
You,
like we
Dan.
know him. Yeah, Adam, all of us. Wouldn't be a nightmare. Me mum. Ah.
If it came out my mum was a nonce now, fuck me, that'd be a mind-blowing revelation.
Hell of
she
an
drank.
Edinburgh show.
My mum was a nun.
We're doing another question here. Fucking Bridges.
Just because
That was a good answer. I don't know what you...
I know he's only 1 degree away. And
reacted then like he accused Kevin Bridges of shagging kids.
But that's the most obvious one. It's someone we sort of know
Yeah,
in
we
our
were all
industry.
thinking that.
It's just too close. Like, fucking Steve. Oh, I'd be gutted if Steve
No,
was a
what-
nonce.
what
I
I
know,
mean-
of course. I'm thinking about national treasures. Paul
What the
Smith.
fuck you talking about me for?
No, but what I mean is, he's fucking.
Steve's too late back to be a nonce. If the kid didn't want to shag him, Steve would be like, all right.
Look, go in the shop to get your ice cream. Go and get it yourself and come here.
If they like Lucas, they'd though. Ooh, tempter. I just played the confession jingle for absolutely no reason.
Listen to it.
Steve, have you got anything you'd like to confess? Oh shit, it's the old one. Boring. Oh mate, I'm having a fucking nightmare. James Ellison says, short and sweet, if you boys were on Storage Hunters, what would be your call out when bidding on a locker? Cheers, lids.
What does that mean?
Do you remember Storage Hunters?
I never watched it. I know what it is. But
You've never watched Storage?
Wow,
You'd
it's
fucking...
great
You wouldn't
TV.
leave your house for
I
months,
think
you.
I've seen clips of it.
So here's what happened.
Some of the call outs before we. Yep. Money.
Money was the best guy.
Boom.
Big, tall, black fella, Money.
What does
One guy shouted, "This is the wow factor. Hammer up. I'm the collector. Yeah. And who need dollar?" These are some of the call outs.
Storage Hunters is the concept of the show.
I don't know what it is. You bid on a storage thing and so you don't know what's in it, and then you go, "Whoa!"
Yeah, but do you know
Pokemon cards
why
and
they're
then
bidding on it?
motorbike.
Do you know what's going on?
No.
So, right. So
Yeah, I know.
people, have loads of shit,
Yeah.
and they move out or they like whatever. They're in a or they haven't got enough room in their house, so they put loads of stuff into storage. But then those people either die, go to prison for life, move, go on the
Forget
run,
it's there.
forget all that sort of stuff. So eventually they're like, "Hey, fucking John's dead."
John.
And apparently John had loads of good stuff. So we can fucking probably sell some of the stuff in here. So then they go to these storage hunter people and they go, "Hey, you can come in, you can do like a blind bid on this fucking thing."
Yeah.
But apparently John used to collect footy stickers and that, so he might have a few full albums in there because they were in his house, right? Like, fuck off, right? Then they have a big group of them. And then they have like a fella going, right, like an auctioneer. And then all the storage hunters, there's like characters in it. Money, my favourite one. And there was a couple, wasn't there? Like an old American couple. I hated them. I wanted both of them fucking dead. But the tall black money, like every time he bid, he didn't just go like whatever. The fella would be there going like 50 quid, and he'd go money, and he like whenever he stopped saying money, he was out.
Right.
Was it? I mean, straight down line, authentic. It hadn't been tampered with, or was it definitely they'd stuck stuff in there? I mean, how much realism was it? Did they ever open it up and just
presented that way?
Did it just open it up and go, oh, it's just a load of old paintings?
But that did happen a couple of times. People would pay thousands, and then it would be worth like 200 quid.
Oh, so they bid with the door closed?
Yeah, blind.
That's the best bit.
Sometimes the door's fully closed, and sometimes it was open, but they weren't allowed to go in.
What's this TV show?
Okay, so
we're just shouting catchphrases at closed garages.
And then they
this is class,
They
mate.
chop the padlock off with like pliers, and they lift it, and then everyone that lost waits round and is watching. And if they look,
also sometimes they'd open it and go, right, you can look, but you can't go in. You stand, no, you can't enter it, but you can just like have a little nose. But then, like some of them would be like, you'd see like the couple or whatever, they'd be talking, they'd be like, fucking hell, look at that. That is the best lawnmower on the planet. That, and no one else has clocked that lawnmower. That lawnmower was worth 2 million quid.
Wow.
And the other storage hunters haven't seen the £2 million lawnmower. They just haven't missed it.
I know what my phrase is then.
open that door.
No, it's already up.
No, but I mean, like, you've won. That means,
Open the door.
I've won.
I'm going piff, paff, puff. Bah.
You need a
I'm
shorter
going
one.
bingo, gas, and
What?
fliff.
You need a shorter one.
Open that
Well,
You're gonna get outbid.
okay, well, of those three, I'm going to go
Bags.
piff or paff.
That's mine. Bags.
You decide.
Open that bags.
Bags.
Open that door.
Bags.
I'm outbidding Adam.
Bags. Nice.
What's
That's
yours?
Here.
No, yours should be sunshine.
Panicked.
Sunshine.
No, I just want to understand what happened there. You panicked a bit.
Open that door.
Bags.
Piff or paff.
Bags.
For a £2 million lawnmower.
Open that
No,
door.
but like,
Yeah.
they're on it. Like, the people on the show, they are like, fucking hell, look at that over there. See that little amulet? I've got the other half of that. Separately, they're worth 50 quid together. $2 bill.
What are the chances? I hadn't even been looking for the other half.
Then obviously they've got half the amulet, so it's worth more to them. But then other people like be like, I think they're bidding because they've got the other half of that amulet, and they'll try and like. Sometimes the people would bid even though they didn't want it to try and get other people to go higher, but then they end up with a fucking garage they don't want.
Oh, you keep the storage. You keep the place. You don't just get the content.
No, I mean
Did it ever go wrong and they opened it up and like a load of illegal immigrants came out? What?
Yeah, but they're all yours then.
Piff!
Open that door.
Oh shit! I want someone to
Close it again! Fucking hell.
The biggest find on Storage Wars was a stash of cash valued at over $7 million.
Fucking hell! Someone stored money. A drug dealer, surely, and that money just gets seized.
Discovered inside a safe within a storage locker, purchased for just $500.
Hey, on the Patreon episode just released, we were talking about bank. Apparently, a guy who sells cars, like, you can't sell cars cash.
Yeah.
Someone was like, yeah, they were all over it with money laundering.
Yeah. You can't sell cars cash. You also can't get fucking weed legally. It happens though, doesn't it?
If you walked into like a,
You just need a car dealer.
Can get it.
if you walked into a car dealership and went, I love that car. What's it, 12? I'll give you 10 cash. Then I could have gone, not allowed.
Apparently, they shoot it on the spot.
No. Keir Starmer has said no. Fuck off,
I'm Kia.
you little nerd.
What will you do with your $7 million? You can't just keep it in the garage. You
No,
launder it. Has
he
no
o-
one seen Breaking Bad?
He only got to keep 1.2 mil, so it's disappointed, really.
What?
Where did the rest go?
It led to a settlement of 1.2 million.
Oh, with the family of the storage people.
Don't know.
What? How'd you lose
Open that door.
5.8 million in a settlement?
If it was crime money, maybe.
You take it all.
Crime money.
5 million. That's crime money. Thank you.
Well, if you were one of them metal detector nonces and you're beeping around,
I was
and
obsessed with metal detectors when I was a kid.
they were
you know?
cool. But you know,
Not detecting things. He was obsessed with.
but if you
metal
find like a
detectors.
Viking coin, it's not like if you a Viking hoard. like a stash.
Like a Vikings left stuff there and forgot.
Yeah, you're not allowed to just keep it, are you? It's
Lo-
too culturally,
belongs to the
historically
state.
significant. So I think you've got to like broker a deal.
Yeah, but you could just give a little dropsy to the authenticator fella, couldn't you? He turns up and they're like, hey, we think this might be historically significant. And you go, yeah, it is fucking 40 quid. And he goes, nah, it's a load of shite, that.
40 quid.
Yeah, but then when you need to sell it, you need to authenticate it again.
For a hoard of Viking gold, probably
Get a different
worth
one.
millions.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, 40 quid cash. Oh, nice one. Yeah, that's shite.
Oh, sorry, that's shite,
Little
actually.
fucking
Or you
chocolate
just
coins.
pull him to one side and you go, listen, Billy, how much is all this worth? What are we talking? And he goes, hey, you're looking at fucking 2 million. You go, right, I'll give you fucking 100 grand when I sell it all. But for now, I need you to tell these cunts this load of shite.
Yeah, where
And
you,
then Billy goes, yeah, shite this. And then Billy gets his little dropsy, doesn't he?
yeah, so 2 mil. So where do you go with your hoard of Viking gold? Where do you think you're selling that? Cash converters?
To a different fella who authenticates it.
Ah, the one with 2 million quid in his pocket. He's been taking a lot of bongs, that guy, isn't he? It's a vicious circle.
Hey, Billy, 40 quid. So yeah, open that now.
Biff! Oh, paff!
Everyone's been worried about you. Is she all right?
It's just confusing people.
That was
That's
my
the point.
granddad's drug stash. Oh, not have a word. I
found out what happened to
my
the money.
God, I'm fucking lost
I
it
found
today.
out what happened
I'm
with
so
the money.
sorry.
Go on.
The original owner paid them 1.2 million to give them back the rest of the money. They weren't dead. They just forgot they had 7 mil in their storage.
Oh, so legally
What
it
a
was
fucking
theirs.
idiot, by the way. I'll give you 1.2 mil if I can have that money back. No?
I forgot about that 7 mil.
Ah, fuck. Babe,
About that 7
where's
mil.
my 7 mil? Have you moved my 7 mil?
You put it in cash convert in a what's storage?
It was here. It was on the bedside table. I can't find me 7 mil.
It was a check.
What did they do the episode after that? Do you know?
They did. They
there
couldn't
must be a
air that
conversation.
episode. They had to scrap
What?
the episode.
Why?
It
'Cause-
happened because I think it was dodgy. It's looking like it was dodgy. Other finds though, they found something that was 900 grand. That was a big one.
Shite
You
lawnmower.
seen only feels nauseous when they found the watch.
Stash of newspapers from the day
Oh,
Elvis
yeah.
died,
Yeah.
worth $90,000.
Who wants them?
I don't know.
Some Elvis gimp. There's a few celebrities, isn't there, that like just everyone got a bit too excited by. Do you know what I mean? Michael
Elvis.
Jackson's one.
Michael Jackson.
Elvis is one.
The
Who- who
Beatles.
be the ones.
Beatles.
No, but I think Beatles mania and like the Beatles as a thing, but like
Individually, no.
like I don't think people are going round now being like a John Lennon impersonator
No,
or a fucking
not in
George Harrison
Liverpool.
impersonator. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's just you go to Lark Lane, they're all in keefs.
No, but but if you go to Smithy's, there isn't a fucking Ringo Starr costume. There's an Elvis one. There's a Michael Jackson one.
There isn't
Yeah,
a
I know what
Michael
you mean,
Jackson
yeah.
one.
What?
There isn't a Michael Jackson one.
Just a white glove and some crotchless panties.
It's OJ.
His panties. Is that what he wore? That's quite bang on that. Michael, you've got your cock's hanging out? No.
I'm just playing with the kids.
Who's in the Beatles?
Oh, I'm just playing with the children.
Is Elvis and Michael Jackson the most famous people ever?
Hitler.
The Queen?
Yeah, people are big into Hitler as well.
No, he's maybe the most famous person ever.
No, he isn't. Elvis is.
No, more people have surely heard of Hitler.
Oh yeah, you learn about it in school, don't you?
Yeah.
You're a pretty wild school if you're doing Elvis lessons.
Henry VIII. I could triple Elvis next. Oh.
This list's mad. So the I
3 hours of it.
Fucking shouldn't have chosen these for my GCSEs. What are you doing? I'm doing art, history, and Elvis.
IMDb have got a list of the world's most famous people.
Can
ever.
I guess one?
Yeah.
Cleopatra.
Coming at you.
No, so for some reason this is all. Well, it's because it's IMDb. These are all people that have some sort of film credit in some,
Oh, well then,
some
fuck
way
your
or
list,
the
mate.
other.
Okay, cool. So Elvis has got to be. Let's try and get the top 10.
Elvis was an actor, yeah.
So Elvis.
Brad Pitt.
Elvis isn't in here.
What? He was an actor.
Because IMDb is a bit special. Brad
Okay,
Pitt?
so it's the 10 most famous actors ever.
No, because Michael Jackson's number 2.
Get a better
Can we get a
list.
better
Number
list?
2 is Michael Jackson. Number 4, Rowan Atkinson.
Get
One
a
of the most famous
better.
people to ever
What
live.
are you talking about?
I suppose Mr.
okay,
Bean
okay,
is dead.
okay.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
he's like our biggest export, isn't he?
There's no language.
Right,
Him and butter.
This list is a bit better. Should we start at 10 or 1?
No, let's see if we can get to 10.
Go on.
Elvis,
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
What's
Yeah.
this on? The most famous people ever.
Top10.com.
Most famous people ever.
No.
Queen.
Elvis, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth.
No.
What? Wow. Diana.
Yeah.
That's mad. That the Queen would be fuming with that.
The
You
both of them.
fucking murder some girl and she's
This
more
list
famous
is
than
pretty.
you.
This isn't far off, I reckon.
Freddie
Do you reckon
Mercury.
that's the most? Do you reckon that's the only
They're on there.
example where the murder victim's more famous than the murderer? Allegedly.
Who's that?
Diana.
No, most serial killers.
Yeah, that's the.
Most serial killers. The serial killer's more famous.
Oh, wait.
way
Oh,
around.
John
sorry, yeah,
Lennon, JFK.
John Lennon.
Oh, yeah. Anyone that's assassinated. Franz Ferdinand.
The
Mark
assassin-
Chapman, that one.
Franz
Match of the two.
Ferdinand.
Some comeback from him. Go on. What have we got so far? Who have we got so
Michael
far?
Jackson,
Elvis, the Queen.
and Diana.
And the Queen.
JFK.
No.
Donald Trump?
Your list sucks
No.
balls,
It
mate.
doesn't. I'm telling you. Do you want number 1?
Denzel Washington.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ is number 1.
Judas Iscariot.
No.
Muhammad.
Yes. Number 3.
Ali.
No. Normal.
What does he look like?
Normal.
Muhammad normal.
I know I'm Mohammed normal.
So says a Turkish person.
How can he be famous at what he looks like?
Oh, tell us the rest of the list, Finn.
All right. So it's
In order from 1 to 10.
Jesus Christ, Michael Jackson.
I wish we had the top 10.
Michael Jackson comes in above the Prophet Muhammad.
Yes. Muhammad. Adolf Hitler. Abraham Lincoln. Albert Einstein. Elvis Presley. Princess Diana. The Buddha. And Barack Obama.
The Buddha.
Isn't
He's like the Wirral.
You're on him, not in him.
We're not going to play it now, but that should have been a list of people who were real. Because 3 of them are fictional.
Who were the fictional ones?
Jesus, Muhammad, and Buddha.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Jesus and Muhammad both existed.
Do you know what they
did
look
Buddha?
like?
Do I know
To
what?
be the most famous people in the world, you have to know what they look like. You couldn't tell me what any of them people looked like.
You never met
That's
them.
not. The,
Oh, be
is
careful.
this back to your thing about there not being cameras?
If Jesus walked down Bold Street now, is
Yeah.
everyone going, oh my God?
No.
No? If Elvis did, they'd be like, fuck. Well, not, he's dead, isn't he? But,
It depends what he was doing on Bold Street, doesn't it?
no, but I'm saying, I think you've got to be recognisable to be famous. No one knows what Buddha looked like.
I reckon if Elvis, out of costume, walked down Bold Street now, you wouldn't clock him.
Barack Obama,
Yeah,
one of the most recognised. I think you've got to be recognisable to be famous.
No, you haven't.
That's mad to me. Buddha. Lad, Buddha's on Bold Street.
You'd notice him.
I love your metric of
in the
how a
shape of that
person
beer
is
bottle, isn't he?
famous. If the Prophet Muhammad was on Bold Street, I wouldn't look twice.
You're literally not allowed to know what he looks like. Can't even draw that fella.
John Cena should be in there. He's one of the most... Dom Jolly. John Cena, Donald Trump should be in there. David Beckham.
Carl, I didn't make the list.
Shite list. Rowan Atkinson, the Buddha. Shit pint.
Rowan Atkinson wasn't on that list.
First one. Make a better list than
The
that.
gas leak's fucking worse every week, you know.
It's wild. All right, let's have a break. Love you, lids. Hello, everyone. Time to tell you about our absolute favourite sponsor. It's Manscaped. Good for your pubes and the garden. Good for your pubes, but also your beautiful little face.
Oh, you cannot just shave your bollocks like if your face is all dirty. If you've got a dirty, scraggy little face, she'll never get to see your cock because your face will pour off.
And that's Geordie. This is the handyman. Now, everyone thinks about the beard,
It's a
don't they?
compact face shaver, Dan.
Oh, yeah, just get in under the neck.
Old
if you've got a
school.
beard, under the neck. If you've got that little bit of bum fluff above the beard, trim it down. Travel size, good battery.
The handyman goes alongside the lawnmower and all the other stuff. The crop preserver, the ball deodorant. They've got products coming out of every orifice for the manscaping. That's why they're called Manscaped, you know. Promo code is WORD15, 15% off your entire order. They don't just give you 15% off a little bit. No, they add it all up and then take 15% off. And it's manscaped.com. The best in men's above, below, and to the side of the belt grooming. That's right. If you've got a hairy waistline, shave that as well.
It's a new tagline for them. Manscaped.
Big old Kyla Cobbler's here.
Big old Kyla Cobbler.
I don't think anyone has ever called any of us in this building a cunt quicker than you called Wallace a cunt when you walked in the room.
He was being a little bit of a cunt.
He was shouting. And then he loved you.
And then he loved me. He loved me. It was just a little bit of give and take. I wanted to stand my ground, put up a little bit of let him know who's boss.
How quick was the turn? Because it usually
At least
turns
Wallace
around.
said hello to me, no?
Yeah.
At least Wallace came to the door.
I shook your hand.
To me. I went over and shook all of your hand. And
No,
then I stood there.
I approached you and shook your hand.
It was like starting in a new school. That's what it felt like.
Kyla, I was
standing there.
designing a fucking living room, girl,
Yeah,
all right?
I know, but sure, you're not supposed to do that fucking here, are you? This isn't your architectural office. This is your podcast studio and I'm your guest.
She's nailed that, by the way.
I was like, what are you doing, Adam? Oh, I just bought a couch. And I was like, all right, cool.
And you brought donuts. You brought
And I
donuts.
brought fucking donuts. Not a thank you from any of you. Not one
Well,
thank
I'm on a
like
diet.
donuts.
Yeah,
I'm on
well,
a
that's
diet.
not my problem.
I
It's
don't like
the thought that counts.
Thank you for thinking about buying
Jesus
donuts.
Christ almighty. Never again.
Because we've met once,
Yeah.
and you haven't met the rest of the lads yet.
No, I haven't. No.
But I did Vittorio and Mike's
Patrick's Day show.
the Paddy's Day show in London, and Kyla was on, and I had about a 40-second conversation with her. And the second she left the room, I said to Mike, do you think she'll come and do the pod? Because I knew immediately from just a 40-second interaction with her, she was just like, look the fucking stay to you big fat twat. And then just left. I was like, yeah,
didn't say
she'll
that.
be good with us.
That's so mean. I would never, ever say that. You're not a twat. You're a little bit fat. I'm kidding. You're not. You're
carrying
gorgeous.
a little holiday
You're running
weight.
mad, I see.
Huh?
You're running mad. You're mad on your 5Ks on Strava, no?
Yeah.
Welcome to the club, my friend. You're crushing it.
I'm a 5K man.
I love that.
When was the last one?
What?
When was the last one?
3 weeks ago. But that's because I've been on holiday. I've had a couple of weddings. There's no point running when you've got a wedding.
Yeah, but you ran in
That's
Tuscany,
exactly-
didn't you?
you should-
As you
you
said you
should
were going
run.
to.
Well, I would have if he didn't get married in the middle of the wilderness where there was no roads.
You can run on different surfaces, you know that? You can't run on
It was a
road.
path.
It was surrounded by jelly, that Tuscan villa. So, you know. I don't know
Made
if we
bouncy
mentioned
castle.
It was a path. You could have run.
There was
There's
nowhere to run.
wolves, Carl. There was wolves. He'd have been
There was
attacked.
wolves.
Oh, yeah, there was wolves.
There was not wolves.
It was bad
there?
weather.
He got attacked
I
by
got attacked by
wolves.
wolves.
Did you actually?
Yeah, in my
Where?
car.
In your car. Thank God you were in your car.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
God.
was scary though.
Where were you in your car that the wolves were around? Were you in the
Driving
forest?
seat.
Were
What?
you in the forest?
It was just some like
the driving
mud path.
seat. Where were you in the car? In the front?
I was in the boot
Finn.
and the wolves came.
I was in the back seat.
He's lucky he's handsome, no, because he's thick as shit.
Oh, we'll
Take
take
it.
that.
I will take it.
Are you a
Are you
runner? Are you a runner?
I love running.
Yeah.
I just did the marathon in October, my first marathon. Worst experience of my life.
Oh, that's good
Wouldn't
to hear.
recommend it to anyone. It was a fucking nightmare.
Which one did you go for?
Dublin.
All right.
Did it for
okay.
charity as well. I did it for Women's Aid, not to be mistaken for Women's AIDS, different charity. And I ran
We
it.
are a charity dedicated to
To
giving
women with
women
AIDS.
HIV.
And I raised €8,000. So
Nice.
yeah, 8 grand, ran the marathon, and then I couldn't fucking drop out because I'd done it for charity. But I swear to God, I turned to my husband or my fiancé on the way over, and I was like, do you know what? They probably fucking deserved it, these bitches. I was so
Just got angry with them.
Was like victim blaming. I was like, what was she wearing? Was she drunk? I was just so. It brings out so much bad in you, the marathon lads. Don't do it. Don't
Miles
do
22,
it.
you're like, do you know what? Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck those whores. I was, oh my God, it was awful. Broke my foot doing it. Whoa. Broke my foot.
Like impact or just
Stress
too much
fracture.
running, too much
The
running, yeah.
Metasaryl. I can't say it.
Metatarsal.
Metasarsal.
The Rooney one.
the David Beckham one?
And the Rooney
The
one.
David Beckham one and the Rooney one.
So
All
you're out of the
greats.
World Cup.
Yeah, basically. basically. And ended
Had
up
you ran
breaking
any
it.
halves in the build-up?
Loads of halves. I could run a half now. I love a half. But the fucking full, everyone's like, if you run the half, you can run the full. If you run the half, you can run the full. So here's me at half, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, I got to do this again. Don't listen to them.
That's not true, though, is it? Because
It's
if you can run a half, you can
bollocks.
run a full bollocks because you've
Bollocks.
got to start again.
Exactly. That's not the same thing at all. It was absolutely fucking awful. And I did it all right. My coach was the women's Arsenal conditioning coach. Because I put a shout out on Instagram like I need a coach, and then a lady who follows me, my husband wants to do it, and did it all properly, lads. Worst experience of my life. 0 dopamine. Don't do it.
You do it again?
Absolutely fucking not. Finn, did you listen to anything I just said?
What was your time?
Fuck me. Again, he's lucky he's handsome. Fuck me.
He'll
Jesus.
keep taking that, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how he got the job as
That's
well.
all he's hearing. He's like, I'm handsome.
What was your time, Kyla?
4:38, under 5, 4:38.
Is that good? I don't even...
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's grand. I finished it.
Most people aim for 4, like
Yeah.
as like a lifelong goal. Like
Yeah.
anything below 5 for your first goal is
Yeah.
like fucking hell, I nailed that.
And nobody told me about the cry. You're allowed to cry. Apparently crying is really normal, but I didn't know. So I was mortified and I didn't want to cry, but all I wanted to do was fucking cry.
Throughout or at the end?
All
Now
of
you know
it.
what it's like to be a man all the time.
I can only imagine. I get it now. Just calm down, bro. I get it. Oh my God, it was, have any of you ran a marathon?
I've ran a half and I nearly finished it.
Yeah. And you didn't finish it.
He didn't cry so hard he fell over. That's how.
Did you fall? Yeah. But
I got dragged across the finish line. Yeah.
It's lads, I don't understand it. And you're the first person to ever run a marathon died. That's the whole point of the marathon in Greek mythology.
When
or
they
in Greek
murdered, though?
tradition. Huh?
When they murdered.
No,
Oh,
they
were
just
they
dropped
murdered?
dead.
I thought it was shooting the messenger. That's where that
Well,
came
they-
from. What?
No.
Ooh, that's interesting
different
now
Greek
if we've
thing.
got to
He delivered a message and then
to the
dropped dead.
Queen and then
26
dropped dead.
miles, yeah.
All right, cool. So, good knowledge.
0.3, yeah.
Are you straight in the pub after that? Are you boozer? What's the? Or do you just need to sit down and like?
No, I went to a show. I was touring with Michelle Wolf. I did a tour with her as her opener in Ireland, so I had to go to fucking Drogheda. Did you ever hear Drogheda?
I've been through it on the.
They used to be a feeder club for Liverpool.
I always see them
There
on
you
Sky
go.
Sports
Football
News.
manager 2008.
They're always on Sky Sports News.
Oh,
Drogheda.
near Dundalk.
Yeah,
I know,
exactly.
I
Good
know.
man. Yeah.
I've been calling it Drogheda.
What do you say? Drogheda.
Drogheda.
You don't really say it, do you?
Drogheda.
That you give up. How's you have?
Yeah. Drogheda.
How's that? You get the
Drogheda.
D in. Drogheda.
I love that you giving me shit about accents, lads. Drogheda.
Hey, listen, my partner's family's from Cork. I love the Cork
I'm from
accent.
Cork.
I know. That's
I love that. Where in Cork are they from?
that.
Oh, the maimed it.
Clonakilty.
Oh, yeah. Sausages. Unreal.
Yeah. Oh, man, the black pudding.
They're
is
unreal, aren't they?
unbelievable.
Model Railway. My granny used to love that. God rest her soul.
They,
Yeah. She
They-
died there in Clonakilty at the Model Railway train station thing.
Wow.
No, she didn't imagine.
She got hit by a train.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, she got hit by a tiny train.
Cork's gorgeous. I love Cork. It's beautiful.
Cork is beautiful. It's a bit of a... Everyone goes to Dublin and I'm like, why? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Dublin's grand for a day, but
It's easier to get to as well.
You can't
It
get
is,
round
it
it
To get
is.
to
either.
Cork, you have to go to Dublin and then get to
you can
Cork.
fly to Cork.
Yeah, you can fly to Cork.
Not from Liverpool, though.
You can. I do it all the time. It's like a bus station.
You do it all the time.
Cork,
Oh, no, never. When was the last time you remembered him taking a day off to go
He's
to Cork?
always in Cork every weekend, every other
Been
weekend.
to Cork
You're too
every year
concentrated
since
on your
I've known
fucking
Teleca, so
furniture.
that's 13.
You're too concentrated on your new house. Your friends are off living their fucking life. You're
yeah,
obsessed
yeah.
with fucking measuring couches and lamps and fucking Dan's over in Cork, loving Clonakilty. You haven't a
Yeah,
clue.
Dan
You're
is,
completely
yeah.
disconnected from the whole group.
Carl's there as well.
This is Carl as well. Lovely Carl. This is an audition to replace you. You know
I
that.
bought the fucking couch yesterday, girl.
And you've drawn it 3 times.
Because I
Three
drew it wrong twice. You didn't
on,
even
Dan.
know I'd drawn it 3 times, but I have. I drew the wrong scale twice, but now I've nailed it.
Did you not measure it before you bought it? Like the room.
I did a little fucking.
This couch is taking over.
That's scale measurements, innit?
No, it's
Yeah,
my
it is.
measurements.
No,
No,
it's
it's
girl.
called- it's
As
called
a
girl
girl,
math.
as the only girl, yeah, exactly. you
Gail
crushed
Matthew
it.
will go, oh, the door's this big, and then they'll just remember to go into the shop like that.
Exactly. Good job, Karen. Crushed it.
Gail Math.
Crushed it. I can see
That's
why
pretty much what I
woman.
knew. It was 380 centimeters on my back wall where the couch is going to go, and the couch is 266.
Is that taking into account the skating boards?
What?
Skating boards.
This has been the last 2 weeks of my life.
Kill me now.
Did you take
Having
into
a
the account the
conversation.
skating
We're like,
boards?
no, back to the couch.
Oh, sorry, just because you don't give a fuck about interior design.
Is it a recliner?
Huh?
Does it recline?
No.
Does it not?
Not into that.
No, that's weird. That's done now. That's like,
I don't want any of my furniture to require power.
yeah. It's like pulled pork.
Have you ever been on a recliner?
Yeah.
It's very weak.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't call it powerful. I wouldn't say that.
No, I don't
it's
think it's
something
gonna take
I
over the
wouldn't be
house.
like, oh my God, I have too much power.
You can also get a manual. You can get a
You're in
manual.
control of it.
No, but there's not that many plug sockets.
Get
So
a
I don't-
manual one.
What?
Get the zoop, that one.
Nah. I just want to. I don't need all that, mate.
No, they're overrated. They are shite.
I don't need all
but
that. Do you know what I
recliner.
need? I need a couch long enough that if I'm lay on the end of one, me missus can be on the end of the other, and our knees don't touch.
Sure, Adam, look at the size. Yeah, that's any basic couch. You can cuddle up here. Fucking Johnny Longlegs in his couch.
A one-seater.
God almighty. Swear to God, he was fucking Jack and the Jolly Beanstalk. You're tiny.
Look, I bought a burnt burgundy sofa from Ted Baker, and it's.
You bought a designer sofa?
I didn't mean to.
It's a nice sofa.
It's a nice one, and it wasn't any more expensive than a normal one.
I'm burning this sofa.
Also, it's a couch. I don't call it sofa, it's the couch.
It's flame retardant now as well. You got
It
this
is retardant.
Thank God you said it there. I was mad. My brain went, yeah. He said retard, we have to say it.
We will have
You've
said it
acknowledged
if you didn't. Yeah.
But what I was doing when you arrived, I was making sure that A, fits in the living room, because that is important, and B, that it fits with the chair, and C, how big I can now get a lamp base to go in the counter.
Is it modular?
What does modular mean?
It comes in sections, so it's easy to get in the door.
No.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, but I don't have to do it.
Take
I live up a
wall.
windy staircase like this. So I have to do everything
Like a
over
little
the balcony.
princess.
You live
Yeah,
in
a big
Barcelona.
You live in
dick king.
Barcelona?
Yeah, that's why I took a fucking plane here this morning, and that's why I didn't get a fucking hello.
You
I
did get a
literally
hello?
arrived on an aeroplane to come and talk to you lot, and you're all on your phones.
Why'd you live in Barcelona?
Because I want to. Why not? Liverpool was taken. I live in Barcelona because you can do comedy every night and you get English audience every night and fill a room. So it's the only way.
Is that right? Yeah.
Every night. Yeah.
Really? So
Yeah.
I could pop over to Barcelona for a week and gig every night?
Every single night.
I've
You
never
can do
gigged in Barcelona.
It's so much fun.
Mike Rice, if you follow Mike Rice on Insta, he's like throws out gigs where you're like, what on earth are we?
Yeah.
Lisbon. He's
That's
just
where I
spent
met
time
Mike.
in
That's
Lisbon.
why I started comedy because of Mike Rice.
Mike made you start stand-up?
Mike made so he came to Barcelona and I was just doing online stuff. I hadn't done actual stand up and I did his podcast and he called me a comedian and I was like, I'm not a fucking comedian because it's so different. And then he was like, well, you're not a stand up, but like you're doing it. And I really fancied him. It was after the pandemic. It was dry times. And it was tough times, lads. I really, really fancied him. And I hadn't fancied an Irishman in years. And I was like, oh my God, he's class. Like, cause he's quite, you know. And then we were at a open mic and he's like, there was only like 15 people in the audience. And by chance, all of them were Italian. And I speak fluent Italian because I lived there for years. And he was like, you should go up and do something in Italian. And I was mad to ride him. I just wanted to impress him. Like, I just wanted to impress him. So I was like,
Did you?
no, of course not. Jesus Christ. I'm terrible at that. I swear, terrible at that kind of stuff. So I went up and did a bit in Italian, just talking, just being like, I really want to ride your man. I'm trying to impress them. They were loving it, laughing, got off stage. Mike was like, oh my God, you crushed. And I was like, I crushed. And then I just started doing it in English after that. But I was shit for ages, as you are. And then it kind of just started working. But yeah, it was Mike that, it was my attraction to Mike that pushed me.
Does Mike know all of this?
Yeah, I talk about it all the time.
Did you ever make a move on him?
Yeah. Oh, lads, a blind man could have seen it. I was weak for him. I was weak for him.
That's insane.
Yeah, isn't it? I just was mad about it because I was in a different place and, you know, I don't know, I was just mad about it. Now he's like my best friend. We're like really, like I texted him before this and
Yeah.
I texted him and I was like, here, shit crack, no one's talking.
He's got a bit of flavour though, Mike, hasn't he? He's got
there's something about him. There's something about him. And he's a genius.
Brother.
He's very smart, you know what I mean? So that's something to behold, you know what I mean? Seeing someone excel in anything is quite attractive, I
He's
find.
like the opposite of Joe Rogan in many ways. Joe Rogan's an idiot who's read loads, and Mike
Joe
comes
Rogan
across
is a
as like someone who
businessman.
can't read, but he's dead clever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
How did he do on this couch?
Yeah. Well,
He must have been a
He's a
nightmare.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Instant Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Crushed it. Absolutely crushed it.
what was it that attracted you to Mike, though? I'm interested.
He was just tall and funny and lovely.
But you've got a fiance now.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Does he know that you used to be in love with Mike and now you just
Yeah. Of course he does. Yeah.
Is
Then
tall really
he used to be.
important?
He used to be quite. You know, he's South African. He's like white South African, so he's quite like serious. And then he was wondering about Mike, and then he met him, and he was like, "It's fine, don't worry." I get it, but I wouldn't be threatened. I was like, yeah, totally.
So you live with a South African man in Barcelona
Yeah.
and you're engaged.
Yeah.
How long have you been together?
Almost 2 years. Not even a year and a half.
Oh, wow.
Can't believe I'm engaged.
Did you move there for him?
No, I just moved there. I was in Italy for 7 years and I speak Italian and I was like, well, I'll learn Spanish as well because I have no education. I have nothing. So I was like, I need some stuff to get, you know what I mean, to find a career or whatever. So I was like,
And what were you
languages.
doing? Like, so you went.
I'm a hospitality worker.
All right, okay.
Yeah, bartender. Can you believe that? Bartender, waitress. But I loved it. People talk so much shit. I loved it. I love the buzz working in a restaurant. I love chatting to people.
Do you know, I genuinely think hospitality work is the most sort of unfairly, like, stigma.
Valued.
It's got like a stigma that no one really even knows is there, even including people who actually work within it, I think sometimes.
Yeah.
Because like my missus is a hospitality manager and she's obsessed with it. She really loves cocktail, like competition level cocktail making.
Yeah.
She loves like running the food and stuff around the floor, running the place, doing the roast. She fucking lives for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, genuinely, like she's like, oh, I can't get that day off work, and I'm just like, just tell them to fuck off. Like,
Yeah.
Like they're not paying you enough to
I
like
know.
ruin your life over stuff.
I know.
And she's like, no, and she gives a shit.
Yeah.
And even I've probably got a bit of that sort of, oh, it's just a hospitality in the
Yeah.
back of my head somewhere.
Yeah.
When she tells people, oh, I work in hospitality, they go, yeah, but what do you want to do?
Yeah, it's
like,
rude.
like, it's
isn't
never
it?
like seen as like.
It is seen as a stepping stone because it's one of the jobs you do when you're a teenager to get money, isn't it?
And
That's
technically, anyone can do it.
Yeah.
But it's doing it well. It's doing it well as a real game.
Also, who wants to wake up to a fucking alarm? Like, I'd give up the evenings.
Yeah.
And I work bars, restaurant. I didn't mind giving up Friday and Saturday night because I was like, it's better than having to wake up to a fucking alarm.
I think having your morning is a gift.
Oh, it's class.
I've never had a job where I've had to get up in the morning.
Say that again, Kurt.
I was a bartender for years, and then I've never had a job where I've had to get up at like 6.
What about when you were a teacher in Japan?
Started at midday.
That's cool that you were a teacher in Japan.
I wouldn't have went otherwise. I'm not getting up at fucking 7 in the
Did you
morning.
teach English in Japan?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Loved it, yeah.
They're fucking miles ahead, aren't they?
Oh, with everything, yeah.
They're miles ahead.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it's one place I'd love to go. Fucking Japan.
He did teach the special needs kids though.
That's all right. Sure, everyone needs teaching.
No, but I mean, they went miles ahead, you know.
Oh, yeah. They were retarded, as Ben nicely put it.
I actually taught adults.
Did you? As special needs?
Retarded adults.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
You know, in Italian, they say that because I used to use the word retard a lot and then I got in a lot of trouble for it, which is totally fair. I get it. And then, but in Italian, they say ritardato.
Doesn't it just mean like...
It just means delayed.
Yeah, it just means stop. Or
Just delayed.
Yeah.
But they use that as well for people who have special needs. And it's so descriptive and it's not at all nasty or mean. And then I got back here and I was like, oh, it's nasty and mean. I can't use it. But it does pop into my mind.
Yeah, of course it does.
Not going to lie.
The worst words pop into your mind at the worst possible time.
Would you get in trouble if you called someone in this country the Italian word?
Probably, yeah, because it's only an O on the end. It's not.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
No,
you'd be
it's
like,
not well
sorry, I speak
disguised."
Italian. I don't know what the...
What does it mean in Italian? Delayed.
No, you could say for someone with special needs.
Yeah, but what does the original etymology of the word? What was that? What's the original meaning of it?
Yeah, slow to pick up on things. So
It's a flame retardant, like it can set on fire, but it'll
slowly.
just do it slowly.
Exactly. So it's just someone who's a bit slower on the pickup, but doesn't necessarily, it's not a nasty thing.
So you're telling me my couch is not fully fireproof?
If you
Yeah.
keep trying to set fire to it, it will catch fire. Just a couple of years after that, all the other couches.
Just a little bit retardo.
Un poco di ritar.
Why Italy in the first place?
I was in Australia and I was...
Oh, you love Cork, don't you?
Have you ever been home?
You've been in Cork for about 11 minutes in your whole life.
Honestly, just straight out of the womb with the carry-on luggage. I was like, I'm out of here. Fuck this. No, I left because I didn't study. So if you don't study, you're not going to stay in your own gaff. Like, you've been to Cork. It's beautiful, but I'm not from Clonakilty.
It's very small.
Yeah. Like, I'm from...
There's one bus every
a
6
village.
weeks.
Yeah.
Good pints though.
Great pints, lads.
Beamish.
Great crack, but you need more than that. Beamish, good man. But I left when I was 18. But so I was in Australia and I was working with like a circus Merries, you know, like a fun fair. And I loved it. And I met an Italian fella and I was mad for him. Oh my God.
Where
And he
in-
loved me back, thank God.
Where in Italy?
Milan.
Oh, nice.
So I went there for him after a year of Australia and then we broke up after about 20 minutes, obviously. Can you believe that? And I was like, sure, I'm here now. I might as well just stay.
So you stayed for 7 years out of spite?
No, not spiteful.
No,
Not
alright.
spiteful person
Alright,
at all. That's how your mind goes. Yeah, well, I'm going to stay here, right? In this house.
You move out.
Yeah. No. I just stayed because I was there, sure. And I thought, look, I'm a waitress. So, like, why not waitress here? And then I did German in school for 6 years, lads. Not a fucking word. I was in Italy 3-4 months and I started picking it up. And I was like, oh, I think I might be good at languages. And I'm not good at anything. I wasn't, people who like pick up a tennis racket and can play tennis or someone who can get on a bike and ride a bike. It takes me so long to learn absolutely fucking everything. So when I started picking up the language fast, I was like, holy shit, this is my X-Man moment. Like,
Yeah.
I'm actually good at something.
So
I
you're
was
retardo.
like, a little bit retardato.
Yeah. Retardato, yeah.
And I crushed it. And then I just kept working. And then I got a job with Dolce & Gabbana.
By the
which
way,
was
just so you know, what's happened here is Carl thinks he's found a loophole in getting in trouble for saying...
Richard,
Yeah. So he's going to do that for the rest of the episode.
you can do it. Don't worry, Carl.
Retardato.
That's all right. Slow on the pickup.
Dolce & Gabbana.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I worked in fashion. Then I started working in fashion, and I got a job in Dolce & Gabbana, which was awful.
When you say working in fashion, you're just working in the shop or like actually in the...
I used to do visual merchandising, so I used to do the windows, and then I was a leather specialist as well, which I know. I knew that was a giggle from you. I was like, this is 4 boys in a room now.
He giggled as well, by the way. You're in the leather shop here?
No, I didn't know it. I didn't see.
There's a shop here called the Leather Shop.
But it's not like, I'm not talking about like PVC leather.
No,
I'm
this
talking
is
about
leather.
like
PVC is
crocodile
plastic.
skin and python skins, that kind of stuff.
I love a bit of leather, me.
Come here. A little bit of vitello. I love vitello. A little bit of cow skin. Lovely.
I've got a pair of crocodile skin cowboy boots.
You know how to tell if they're real?
Lick them.
All right.
The receipt?
The little square patch, there should be a little dot over it. There should be a tiny little dot. That means it's real.
Okay. Couldn't you just put that on a fake one, though?
Huh?
Couldn't you just put that on a fake one?
Probably, but there's something about it. That's what I used to tell people.
Leather's got a distinctive smell, hasn't it?
It does indeed. Yeah, I love the smell of leather.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
When I went to a place in America. I just got back from America yesterday, and I went to a place called Virginia City. And I went there because these 2 lesbians were like, "Oh, you should go. It's pure Trump town," just to like see Donald Trump and like that kind of environment.
How do you know the lesbians?
Because they were just scissoring each other at the dinner table, just going nuts.
You should go to Trump Town.
Do you want to hear the funniest thing about lesbians? We are. I know again what your mind is going to, like Pornhub lesbians, but they were. So we had a lesbian wedding, and when my cousin came out, my granny was alive at the time, my granny Mona, and I went up to her and I said, "Granny, did you hear that Sophie is a lesbian?" And she turned around and she went, "I know. And Catherine's daughter's a celiac." And I was like, yeah, same thing. Total same thing. Fucking nightmares to both of them. It was great crack. But, so I went to Trump Town. So I went up to this Virginia City place, lads. And it was like, all these shops with the smell of leather. You walk in and the cowboy boots. And I tell you what, lads, I'm not pro-Trump, but they're great fun up there.
Oh, I'm not pro-Trump, but I'm pro all the country and Western lifestyle.
They just love it. They're living the dream. Like, I know they have a clue actually what's going on politically, like, but they're just the guns and the hats and the fucking, you make me a sandwich. You're like, okay. It's just so exciting. I love it.
Say it
up
again,
there.
Finn.
Huh?
So how long were you there in the States?
I was only there for 5 days.
Just went and had a look. Were you making stuff?
No. My partner, he designed. He's like a master builder. So he done this big project, and it was the opening of that. It was a bike shop. It went from being a yoga studio to a bike shop. So he's an architect and he's a carpenter as well.
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
He sounds fucking amazing.
He's a South African man who lives
He's
in Barcelona.
such a ride.
Why are people in America finding him?
Because we're both based there, but we move a lot for work. So like right now in Europe, to live there is great. But like, I mean, we're not married to living in Barcelona. I'll probably eventually have to come to the UK for work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Where are you going to get married?
November.
No, where?
Oh, in Cape Town.
Sick. That's
Yeah.
so good.
Have you been to South Africa?
No, but it looks
Yo,
gorgeous.
it's so beautiful. Do you know what it looks like? Do you ever see those photographs online where it's like, this is the closest photo NASA's ever taken to Jupiter? You know, those things. And it looks so different. That's what it looks like when you're driving through South Africa. We did a 5,000 mile road trip when I went, because he's like, I want to show you everything. And
Do you
I
ever
was like,
sit down?
Huh?
Do you ever just sit down?
I have restless blood. I definitely have restless blood. I love moving. Also because I just really want to enjoy my life when I'm still able-bodied and pumped. And also I just became a professional comedian. I'm only a comedian full-time a year. So I'm still like getting up and getting on this plane after being in America yesterday. I'm like, I don't care. This is amazing. Like this is us at work, lads.
Yes, we have those moments regularly.
Yeah. And sometimes when I'm like around kind of older comics who've been in it longer and they're a bit cynical and a bit grumpy, I'm like, I hope to God I'm never like that.
Yeah.
I hope to God I just always love it. So I'm like, I was doing shift work in restaurants and bars my whole life. Since I'm 13, I'm working. So like, to fuck if I'm not going to enjoy this now and a bit of money.
Make sure you're just doing the kind of comedy that you want to do, and you'll still keep the fun of it.
Yeah, totally.
Those guys have just done too many gigs that they didn't want to do.
Yeah.
And it's fucking badgered
And I'm good at
the
saying
joy
no
out
as
of
well.
them.
I'm good at saying. I'm glad it happened in my 30s. I think if I was in my 20s, I probably would have said yes to things under pressure or not have come from my own intuition or my own creative point of view. Whereas now I know what I am, which is a gift in itself.
I also think when you start stand up late and you've properly lived a life, when you go, hey, what stories have I got? You've had so much more. We started when we were kids and we've done a good job of it.
Yeah.
But like the comics who start late have spent all of the time where we were gigging, getting good, living their fucking life and doing. I don't think anyone's done more mad stuff than you.
Yeah.
So it's great when you go, hey, what am I going to talk about?
I tell you what,
think
though,
about
and I don't want to blow smoke up your ass, you know, because you turned up into my podcast studio and called me fat and short.
Yeah.
But I only seen you do stand up once, and you fucking smashed it. But I don't care about a comic smashing it because like you can do that 5-6 gigs in if you just get the right audience.
Yeah.
You just dead. You on stage.
Yeah, I
which
love
takes a lot of comics.
Yeah.
Fucking years. Of being a pro to get to the point where.
Do you think it's connected to the age thing? I just think that's what it is. I just think it's because I'm comfortable in my skin now. Like there was a time where I wouldn't leave the house without makeup or straightening my hair. And that sounds silly, but
I think that's your 30s.
Isn't it? It's so nice.
But we know people in their 30s who've been doing stand-up longer than Kyla has, who aren't, like, you'd have to watch it on stage, but...
Haven't found their own voice.
When you're just properly comfortable at a comedy club, like I am there and Dan at the Frog or anywhere now, but on stage at the Comedy Store, just like she was in her fucking kitchen talking about South African building design.
Yeah. I'd cry. Do you know what I love though as well? Whenever that lineup was so good... And I love that competitive drive where I'm like, fuck the audience. I want this cunt to write me on his podcast. I love that drive. Because like the audience, of course, are the most important thing. And we always love them. And we always, whatever. But when there's good comics there and you're like I remember I couldn't crush in front of Mike for ages. I was like, I really wanted to, because I knew I could crush. And I'm like, I really want him, like, he was just a thing. And then I did the Ivy Gardens and I crushed. And I was like, all right, it's done now. That's all I needed. I just needed to do it once in front of him, you know. But that drive in front of other comics, that's such a buzz.
I've been like that since I started. I want everyone to do really well and me to do slightly better than everyone.
Especially if there's a hero in the room.
Yeah.
When you've got someone that you look up to and you rate.
Yeah. It's such a vibe, isn't it?
This is going to be a fucking good one.
It's such a vibe. And then you just can feel it within the first 30 seconds. You're like, yeah, it's going to be
So where are you gigging in Barcelona? I'm fascinated because I'd love to. Like, what's the scene like?
We have a comedy club. So we just have our comedy clubhouse. I'm there every night. Like, I'm there now. I'll leave. I'm there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like, I'm doing my solo show at 6:30. That will sell out. And not because it's me. It's because it's full of expats. And what you must realise too is that it's a transit place. So you have new people coming in continuously coming in. People who study, they'll go for a year and then leave again. And then you have... audience from all over the world. So what happens as well is that I didn't come up in Ireland, so I don't have this like, oh, did you idle know? I'm Irish and this is my thing about Ireland. Like I've had to cater my material to an audience that's vaster.
You can do expat Barcelona local, basically.
Well, yeah.
Because you're living a life similar to them.
Yeah. Or even just me as a human being experiencing life. It doesn't necessarily have to be so... Because a lot of the times, like I remember as well when I first got booked to go to Ireland, because that was another thing I was terrified of, was performing at home. And when I went and did my first show in the Ivy Gardens, it was like a 4:30 slot, super shit. And I went up and I was like, oh, I'm Kyla, I'm from Ireland. And I was like, what am I saying? Why did I say I'm from Ireland? And everyone was just like, all right. And then I did all my material in like 7 minutes. Because I just got completely, it was way earlier.
You got in your own head.
I just was going on. And my material is quite cock heavy as well. So altogether it just sounds absolutely awful. Like it was just...
I tell you what, right, and I'm sure like a million people have asked you about this as well, but I didn't realise until right now how new to full-time stand-up you were.
Yeah.
It must have been a fucking moment to be asked to go and do the Tommy Tiernan show.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Given that.
Oh
because
my
that
God.
like Tommy is, if you let me pick 3 people to sit on that couch and do an episode of this, he would be in that top 3 for me.
He is. Do you know what was my saving grace, Adam? Was I had opened for him a few times. So because his wife was writing to me on Instagram. Now I didn't know it was his wife. So this woman was writing to me. We were on the same lineup in the Ivy Gardens during the summer, and she wrote to me. She's like, "Oh, me and my husband are looking forward to seeing you." And I was like, "Oh yeah, great, fab, you know, whatever." And then she wrote to me after. She's like, "Oh, me and Tom thought you were great." And I was like, "Oh yeah, brilliant." And I was like, "Who the fuck is your one?" And it was fucking Tommy Tiernan's.
That's so cool.
Thank God I was nice. And then she wrote to me saying, "Hi Kyla, we'd love you to open." And I looked, I was like, Yvonne Tiernan. And I was like, oh my God, it's Tommy Tiernan's fucking wife who's writing to me. So then I sent her a voice note on Instagram and I was like, I am so sorry about my blasé response. You know what I mean? Fucking. So then I opened for him. So thankfully.
Me and Tom thought you were good and you just liking it.
How cringe is that?
Thomas and Sam.
So like the fact that I'd met him already, because the first time I met him, I was shitting myself. And then when I went and done the show, and it happened really quickly. It was the day after I met you. I got a train over to, oh no, I took the plane because I was in Paris the day before. So I did Paris, London, and then Tommy Tiernan show. And
for those that don't know, the guest comes out and Tommy doesn't know
and
who's going to walk out.
And there's no audience. And you know what else was crazy? And this might sound silly, lads. You have to sit down. And I'm not used to walking on stage and sitting down. We stand, right? We move, we embrace what we're doing. So you walk out on stage, you walk in completely silent, completely black. You walk out there, you're wearing makeup and stuff, which feels so weird. You walk out there and Tommy Tiernan's like, he was like, well, Fred was like, Kyla Cobbler, so thankfully he knew me, so give me a big hug. And then we started and I sat down on my heart. I was like, oh my God, this feels bizarre. And then I just said it. I was like, I'm really nervous. And he's like, don't be nervous. And then I was like, okay. And then I made the cameraman laugh and then I was fine. Once I heard the giggle and I was like, all right, okay, we're
like
chilling.
a COVID recording that. Like,
Yeah, it was really, really crazy. And we did it for an hour. A fucking hour, lads. A whole hour of recording and then they put together 20 minutes. But I crushed. I did a good job.
Well,
I'll tell you if I did bad. I did a good job.
I seen the clips from it, like the stuff you're talking about, like Cobbler's not your real surname, it's a stage name, and it comes from just lying to Italian men.
Yeah, basically on Tinder, I tell people I was a cobbler. They loved it, lads. It was a pure dick magnet.
You love cobblers?
Yeah, I would tell people I'm a cobbler, and they're like, "Oh, that is so interesting."
Make me some shoes.
Yeah, they loved it. Then I went for dinner with a fella. We were texting for like 6 weeks. Went for dinner. I'd forgotten, like, because we just call it carry on in Ireland, like just nice, just carry on. And then we went for dinner, and he brought a bag of broken shoes. I swear to God. And then I had to tell him. And I got the giggles as well. And I went, Federico, I was like, I'm not a cobbler. I was like, I'm so sorry. And then he was like, you disloyal bitch. And I was like, disloyal to who? I was like, what? To the fucking guild of cobblers?
Also, if you wear a cobbler.
You
So
don't
what?
bring
You're
your
on a fucking
shoes.
date,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah, exactly. Fucking, you're trying to ride me. Don't bring your bloody shoes. You know what I mean? Fuck's sake, like.
They're so passionate, Italian men, aren't they?
Oh, they're ridiculous.
my shoe.
They're absolute nightmares, lads. I tell you what. I was with a fella for a long time. He was after your man. Oh, they're just something else. They just can't deal with women with any sort of like gusto. Do you know what I mean? Like they're nightmares. They're absolute nightmares.
What do they want? Like someone who's a bit
Submissive.
submissive.
They
yeah.
want someone to submissive. I remember my ex's, his mother rang me. I was at work in Dutch Gabbana. His mother rang me and she's like, Kyla, there's dust behind the fridge. And I was like, there could be a fucking portal to a different realm behind the fridge. I've never looked behind the fucking fridge. What are you talking about? Here's me working full time, cleaning behind the fucking fridge.
Why is
like,
he looking behind the
but
fridge?
she's clean. They're all cleaning, mad cleaning. You know, like she hated me. She hated me because I wasn't
Dust
able.
behind the fridge. I bet there is, yeah.
Something loads.
Yeah. A fucking small family or something down there. I'm like, what are you talking about?
God knows what behind my fridge looks like.
Yeah. It was
Chaos, probably. I don't give a fuck.
Also gross. I don't want to see behind my fridge. Ugh. That's like a once a year thing, right? You pull it out, you get the mini
That's
duster.
once a move thing.
Yeah.
Mine's integrated, so whatever's there. There could be fucking animals.
The house I'm buying, I'm getting the fridge off him as
There you
well,
go.
right?
Yeah.
There you go.
I wonder what.
Back to the house. We went too far. Come on. We forgot it's Adam's house podcast. So carry on, mate.
I was just wondering what year I'll first see behind my fridge. Do you know what I mean?
You don't need to.
You'll never see behind the fridge.
It's warm though.
Is it mounted? It is warm.
Is it mounted?
Very warm.
What do you
Is
mean?
it? Yeah. Why can't you move it?
I can move it.
Oh right, you just don't want to see behind your fridge. Is what you're
I
saying.
just don't know why I would.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Totally.
But his Italian missus, she's going to do a good job.
Oh, me, bro. Il frigorifero, c'è polvere dentro il frigorifero. I was like, yeah, there is, yeah.
Do you slip into, when you're in an Italian restaurant and you've had a wine, are you...
Yeah, I love it.
Do you just
every
go-
opportunity. It's my only skill. That and comedy. If there's ever, or if I'm doing crowd work and then there's Italians, I love it.
I'm the same with Chinese, but I just do the accent.
You speak Chinese? Oh,
No, he's just racist.
Chinese.
China, what's going on? I misjudged you guys.
What I swallow.
All of your language is the same, by the way. All of them.
What do you mean? That's actual Chinese.
Oh yeah, you did learn that.
Legend.
He doesn't know what
What
it
does
means.
it mean again?
I don't know whether people know this.
I
don't think we've spoken about it.
Spoken about it, no.
So, on my last special,
Yeah.
right, I did a routine about the fish and chip shops in Liverpool are all Chinese.
Yeah.
They're all run by Chinese people.
Yeah.
And the bit was about how it's great to go in because you hear them speak fluent like Chinese in the kitchen and then they're really scouse. And
Yeah.
they really are really
Yeah.
scouse when they
That's
speak
so
to you.
fun.
And in the route that I toured this for, a year or whatever. When I would do the Chinese noises, I would just make some Chinese noises.
Yeah.
And then in any room, that's fine
Yeah.
because of the context and stuff. But when you're putting something on the internet, I'm always like, if someone wanted to get upset by this,
Of course.
they could. So I spoke to Steve's ex-partner, the girl he was seeing for a while, he was still really good friends with, is from China. She's not Chinese, like second generation. She's fucking from there,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Shout out Chongqing.
She's from Chongqing.
That's where she's from, right? So I got in touch with her and was like, I need a phrase.
That wasn't a name. She's from Chongqing.
Shout out Chongqing. How are you, girl?
We got that the wrong way
us a
around
bag
once,
of
and she wrote in and was like, actually, ching chong is actually a really offensive thing for Chinese
No,
people.
it's not.
It has to be chong ching.
Shut up.
Chong ching's fine, ching chong's not okay.
Oh my God, thank
Don't
God.
put that in the trailer.
Thank God. You know that one time we went to a Chinese, I have a friend from London and we took edibles. I love marijuana, is more than alcohol. So we took edibles and we had brownies, and then we went to a Chinese restaurant and there was loads of photographs of like other Chinese people on the wall. And my friend was like, oh, is this like a family run restaurant? And he's like, no, these are Chinese celebrities. I was like, imagine also like George Clooney and Brad Pitt and be like, these are my brothers.
Bruce Lee, he's Chinese. Well, he was.
He is, yeah, well done.
So
Are you all right?
I got Judy to teach me
He could have gone
one.
wall.
Are you all right? Did you say a famous Chinese person?
Bruce Lee? Could have been Bruce Lee. Could have recognised him.
It could have been Bruce Lee.
Let Adam finish the story.
I got Judy to teach me one Chinese phrase
Yeah.
that would be simple for me to get my mouth around. And it was "Wo dai shui le," which means I'm such a pretty boy. So in the special, I shout that 3 times in the kitchen, and then just but like we dubbed it over in post.
so-
It's advanced audio displacement or something like there's a
It works great.
ADR.
ADR, yeah. And you would never know. Like the guy who worked on the sound of it nailed it.
That's
and
so funny.
it's especially doable because when I'm doing that bit, I face away from the camera.
Yeah.
So it's worked really well. But there's because the clip did a couple of million views across the platforms, and on each platform there's like 1 or 2 comments of someone going, "Why is he saying he's such a pretty boy?" Which means I nailed it as well. By the way, it's a tonal language, and I fucking
That's
nailed it.
class. Perfect. What, do you speak other languages or just pretend
Yeah.
Chinese?
Name one.
Well, looks like we're going to be doing some sound dubbing for this episode as well.
Bulgarian. It's all the same. It's always.
That's racist from you.
It's racist from you.
No, it's not. You're saying they all sound the same. I can see
I
the
think you're
difference.
equally as racist as each other.
Now, if
What's
I say
that?
Swedish,
It is the same. It's the same.
Why is all these foreign accents rewound?
no, they're all flim flom fla flom. Flim different accents. Flim flom fla flom.
Adam's got an amazing skill. He can do any foreign country's noise backwards.
Get that in the trailer. That was
Play
actually
it
really
forwards.
good.
Oh, jeez.
That was actually really good, Dan.
Thank you. Oh, dear.
No, none of us can speak second language.
I know 4 Italian swear words because I worked in an Italian restaurant.
Give it to me.
Che cazzo fai?
Che cazzo fai? What the fuck are you doing?
Vaffanculo.
Fuck you.
Testa di cazzo
Dickhead.
and testa di minchie.
Also dickhead.
All right.
What
okay.
does
That's all I got.
Crush it.
No one said any
No,
other
you say to
Italian to
them,
me.
don't cag my cats. You can say it like that. A little bit English and a little
don't
bit.
count my cats?
Don't cag my cat. Don't cag my cat. It actually it means don't shit on my dick, literally, but
I wish I knew that because they shut on my dick sometimes. But I
God,
was
if you told me before.
I was just a KP.
Do you gesticulate a lot when you speak Italian?
Yeah, loads. Gesticulate.
Gesticulation, not
Loads.
masturbation.
Loads.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like their own language. You learn that first.
There's a great
Seriously.
reel of maybe a 2-year-old Italian
Yeah.
arguing with her mum,
Oh.
and she's making.
Oh. I know,
She's
I feel like
basically.
me go
She's like,
now.
I bet she doesn't know
Yeah.
how to speak. She just
Yeah,
knows how
yeah.
to make Italian stuff. She could
Yeah,
be
yeah.
a great podcast guest.
Yeah.
Which is going. Oh,
My boss used to,
unbelievable.
I used to work in this really busy cocktail bar, and my boss used to look over and go, Kyla, and then he'd go like this, like, go and eat. Like that. It was amazing.
That's pretty cool.
What does Vaffa Napoli mean?
Viva Napoli. Long
Vaffa Napoli.
Oh, well, Napolitano's different. Their Italian is so hard.
Oh.
Is it a
I'm
bit
guessing
like
it's Viva,
Scouse?
like long live Italy. It's Vivo. Vivo.
Oh no, it's from an episode of Friends
You're
where
thinking of
Joey's
Vaffo
teaching
Napoli when he does that.
Vaffo Napoli. I think it means go to Naples, as in like go fuck yourself.
Vai a Napoli.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spell-
Napolitano is like a whole different. I mean, like so different. Like I can't understand people from Napoli.
Are they like the Scousers of Italy?
Even I think honestly more because it's like a different language. It's like such a tight dialect that it's such a different language.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, if you've studied English abroad and then you go, I'm going to go to England and then go up to Newcastle
Yeah.
and go in Greg's, that's going to be a culture shock in it in terms
It
of
is.
like You think you know English.
And then you don't.
How
know.
weird,
But
I
even
want to
if-
scream me.
Backwards, Geordie. What you fucking
Do you know this in Japan means come here?
No way. What a head fuck.
And in England, this
in England
makes
it means
them come.
go away. It's like, yeah.
Please.
So I'll be sitting in the office and the manager to go, and I'll be like, what? And she'll be like, come here. I'm like, you're doing the opposite to come here.
Josh wasn't telling you to smell your ma. Come here. Smell your ma.
Saying, smell my ma.
Very proud culture.
Come here, Carl. What? Smell your ma.
Why smell your mom?
What?
Why smell your mom?
Because the children.
You've been fingering someone else's mum.
Oh,
Your fingers
right.
smell up their
wow.
pussy.
I didn't even.
Wow.
So if a man ever goes,
Old Johnny Innuendo over there.
Oh,
means I've just fingered your
oh
mum
my
and her
God.
pussy juice is still on my fingers.
So rude. Your
My
mom.
manager,
La tua madre, ma si può.
my
That's
manager was just saying,
terrible.
come and do this. She wasn't actually saying, smell your
Smell
mum's
your
pussy
mom's
juice.
fingers.
All
Pussy.
right, guys, we got it.
Do you know what happened on the plane yesterday when we were going from Reno to Dallas and we're on the short little plane, and I was like to Simon, will you get me the cookies, because we bought cookies, and he was like, yeah. So he stood up and got them, and the guy sitting in the aisle turned around and he was like, man, your dick is in my face. And Simon was like, excuse me?
Did he have
And
his
he's
cock out?
Your dick? No, his cock was in. Yeah. His cock was in. It was crazy. And he wasn't even like semi or anything, just completely normal, flaccid penis in his trousers. And it happened to be, yeah, but like that's public transport. And then
The airplane?
the American guy was like, if you do that, your cock is right in my face. Your dick is right there. And then I was like, I think you're right, bro. I think he's putting his dick in your face. Like that is. And then he got up and went to the air hostess and was like, I just want you to know that guy in the green is putting his dick in my face.
What?
Crazy.
He put it by accident.
Yeah. And it wasn't even like there. It was so random.
He's
sounds
gay.
like he
He's
wants
gay.
it, yeah.
He's gay.
He
He's gay.
definitely has
I'll have
something
to
go-
suck it, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna. Well, I'm not even.
If you put it there, bro.
I just have to put it in my mouth, man. Seriously, what are you doing?
that shit.
Al Grande.
On the fucking plane, there's always a bit of ass to face.
But
isn't there?
Americans are mental.
Yeah.
Americans are mental.
And
was your first time
the
up
plane
there, wasn't
seems
it?
to be a
Yeah.
pressure point, doesn't it? Of like,
Yeah.
it makes them extra
Your man was
mental.
quite smelly as well, and that's always a sign of bad.
I just think,
Hygiene.
And also, like, if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to take care of other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but also if you stink, you've got no right to worry about other people's cocks being in your face, have you?
Yeah, and also, don't talk about my fella's cock.
Is that what you said?
don't suck it.
No, I was egging him on. I was like, he's a pervert, I think. He tried to finger me as well.
With your fingers?
Not my own fingers. I don't even know what happened.
Smell me.
Wow.
Why does that disgust you? Because it's my pussy.
No. Smell me would
How do you
be.
know my odor is fresh?
Smell me would be awful.
Smell me. You don't think that's kind of sexy if someone just under the nose?
Smell me.
What if a man,
Alluring you in with their pheromones?
what if a man did it to you?
Oh yeah, I'd love it.
Like he grabbed his cock and said, "Smell me."
He wouldn't have to grab it. Cocks are quite pungent. You just have to touch it gently. Come on, Carl. If you're going to make a hypothetical
I've
situation,
got
make
a
it real.
clean penis. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question as a woman?
Yeah.
All
Is it
these
about
new
Carl's
merch
cock?
lines are going to be amazing.
Can I ask you a question as a woman?
Yeah.
And I do this a lot when we have
You're asking
ladies.
the
in-
question as a woman.
What?
Hold on. Chinese woman. Do it. No.
Do a woman
I'm a
in
pretty
rewind.
woman.
Go on, ask her as a woman.
Oh my God. Do your woman voice. It's on every special.
Here's the thing. You know, you're talking about like the pheromones and you being like, smell me.
Yeah.
Because like if my missus did that, if I was single, if a girl, I quite like that smell.
Yeah.
I'm wondering whether women like the smell of like gooch sweat.
Gooch.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think gooch, to be honest. The little bit between your bum and your balls.
Yeah.
I have never sniffed that. I don't know if that's a luring
You
scent.
know, that's the
I
general
would
smell of the
assume.
cock area.
I think if I just randomly smelled it, there's trees in Italy that smell like cum. I swear on my mother's life.
They're dirty people.
I swear on my mother's life. There's trees in Italy where you're running in the park and you're like, I can smell sporro. Yeah, I can smell sperm. Like,
Where were we the other day and it smelled like cum?
Where was that?
Anyone?
you see?
Anyone?
It was.
How
It
are we not
says-
doing a mum's house joke there? Fucking hell.
Oh, we're past that.
Yeah.
Where were we? It stunk of cum.
Where was
There's
it, Jack?
certain
Where
trees
were
that
you?
give
Were
off
you
a
there
very
as well?
strong odor of
Was
semen.
it Leeds?
Leeds does not smell of cum.
Yeah, the Leeds Theatre stunk of cum.
No, Leeds Theatre did smell of
Stunk
cum.
of cum is a nice little expression. Stunk of cum.
You know,
Stunk
like
of cum.
cum has like that
It
bleachy
sounds like a
smell,
really cool
doesn't it?
aftershave. Stunk of cum.
Doesn't smell very good.
cum has like a bleach smell, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's quite
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Pungent.
Like,
pungent.
That's why whenever I come home from like being away for a week and the bathroom smells like it's been clean, I'm like, is it clean or is she had an orgy?
Well, women doesn't smell
constant
like,
worry,
like bleach.
No, women's doesn't smell like bleach.
No, women's don't smell like bleach. But I think at the moment that smell, if you're with someone intimately, I think that of course that's a nice smell.
Yeah. It's not a nice smell, is it? But you like it. It's weird.
It's kind of like when you do a really smelly fart and you're like, oh yuck, but you're also like, wow.
Rihanna sings
I
about
love
it.
my own, yeah. Huh?
You know what I mean?
Rihanna sings about
Sex in
it.
the air.
Yeah, I don't care. I like the smell of it.
Unless you're not attracted to that person, and then that smell is.
I think that
dire.
is. We don't listen to our bodies anymore because of online and stuff. But I think that is one of the main.
Well, there's 8.
things
It's
of being
what's an octa?
Erogenous.
It's
Yeah.
there's 8 like
smelly things.
links,
Yeah.
and if you're the polar opposite
Yeah.
of the 8, that's
that your sister?
that's the most. So next to you, or your what is it called?
Family, yeah.
An oct. An
Octagon?
An octagon, yeah. So 8 different points.
Oh, that was the word. I got stuck on.
It's your DNA, and basically,
Yeah.
it's your body going. You should mate with that guy.
Yeah, I love
That
Simon's
you're gonna
smell.
make some good babies.
I love Simon's
And when you
smells.
get this, you get like literally your sibling. You're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
Why are you smelling your sister's pussy then?
No, it's not. The
jeez, Christ. Because she's like,
smell
Mom's not
me.
in.
oh, if she watches that, I'm in so much trouble.
Yeah, gross.
Adam said it.
I know, but I'll get it just for sitting next to him.
How old is? Oh no, actually, I'm not even gonna go.
Question
I'm
though,
not gonna
Adam.
go there.
Cheers for asking.
What's the worst smell you ever smelt? Your sister's pussy. What is it? Worst smell?
The worst smell I've ever smelled.
Yeah, I got a friend who got hypnotized recently off smoking, and they said to the person, "Think of the worst smell ever," and
That's
he,
what see that smell like.
yeah, and it was horse poo, which is such a pussy answer because horse poo doesn't even smell that bad.
Horse poo, mate.
I think old people's home with really old people in it is a particularly
Old people's
bad
when it
smell.
smells like a butcher's, but like the
I
lecky's
hate
gone.
the smell of a butcher's. Ugh.
You know when a butcher's like, but imagine the lecky went. That's what old people's homes smell like.
Lecky.
Rotting meat.
Electricity.
Hot pot and sadness.
Hot pot and sadness.
That's the menu.
Just can't
That's so
stand
sad.
That sound. And
I'll
it's-
have the hot pot, please, again.
I'm just a drink of sadness.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember going to see my granddad in the little home thing, and the smell lives with me right now. It
you-
just smelled like bad beef.
I was in a hotel. You know, you think so, this bad beef comment. I was in a hotel in Zurich touring, and it was a self-check-in, and I check in and I'm down in the room and there's a really, really bad smell of ham sandwiches. You know, like ham sandwiches in a lunchbox.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on? So I like open up, clean it, can't find any lunchbox, go for a run, go do my shows. I'm on the last night of my shows and I go for a 10K, come back, I bought a whole chicken. I'm eating the whole chicken. I go into the hotel and there's a Ukrainian guy there, and I'm like, he's all like freaked out and angry, and I'm like, what's the crack? And he's like, I got the chicken. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, he's like, the smell is very bad. And I was like, yeah, it's so bad, isn't it? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I think it's ham sandwiches. And he was like, no, this is dead body. And I was like, what?
Meldahad.
And he was like, yes, I think it's dead body. And then he was like, come with me. So then we go up to the 4th floor of the hotel.
And you went with him.
Yeah, I was curious.
I think it's dead body. Kyla, bring your chicken.
You can smell a dead body trying to go and find it.
And then we went up to the 4th floor and the elevator's open and there's like so many flies, like a truck or a box, like flies everywhere, bro.
Dead body.
Dead body. And I was...
And that was it. You didn't go any.
No, I was like, oh my God, I can't eat this chicken. He's like, I'll eat the chicken. And I was like, you can have... Yeah, I was carrying the whole chicken. I was hungry. Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be a dead body. And it turned out, and it smelled so much like ham, I promise. You know, like packeted ham, not fresh ham, where you open it and the corners turned up.
Wet, yeah.
We were cycling around India, which in places was as bad as smells get. And we were cycling on a road, and I was like, oh, that's extra bad. And then you just start looking, and there was just like a cow rotting at the side of
way.
a junk carriageway. That was
Did you all go to India
an
together?
unbelievable
We
smell.
cycled it in November, yeah.
That's so cool. Did you do it for charity or just for crack?
Yeah,
We did.
Charity,
Oh,
And it
well
hurt, and we
done.
started really like slagging off the kids.
I get
These
it.
little fuckers.
Well, how long did you do, if I may?
450 kilometres in 6
Wow.
days.
That's more than Ireland. Good job.
Is it?
Yeah, Ireland is 300 and something miles up.
That's not more.
Down.
Yeah, no,
That's
we were
wrong.
in kilometres.
Kilometres.
Oh, I don't know if I can't do the difference. but
1.6, so
It's about Ireland.
it's about Ireland.
Good job, lads. That's amazing. Fucking hell. Great content as well.
I'd have rather done Ireland.
Yeah.
We made some money off it as well, you know. Got some money for the kids, some money for us.
Totally. You got to keep that. Yeah. You know your bread is buttered. India.
Yeah,
Say
of course.
nothing. I love that. Anyone get Indian belly? Did you get the poop?
Jack did. Jack got Indian belly so bad that he converted to Islam.
While crying.
Insert picture now. And he actually turned black.
It was. I was sharing a room with Jack, and he was literally in downward dog, like trying to like will the shite out of his stomach.
Oh my God, really?
It was bad.
Memories.
He did eat a samosa off the floor in the Taj Mahal, though. So.
Oh my, yeah, but the Taj Mahal is a holy place. You would think that it was blessed, you know.
No.
Yeah, but the
shits.
fella was covered in flies, selling it out of his
Oh my.
bucket outside the Taj Mahal, and Jack was
yuck,
like, "It's culture."
that's
They wash their pans with the puddles.
the river water.
Yeah.
They wash their pans with other dirty pans.
That just banging it together.
I used to babysit bedwetters.
Huh?
I used to babysit bedwetters.
What? Hang on.
Did you say what?
I used to babysit 2 children.
Is this
who
about
were-
smells?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's on a
Just in
band.
case.
And, they
And
used
that
to
was a
piss the
stinky
bed.
smell?
And in the summer, there's doesn't matter what you use. I mean, they would get their sheets washed every day, essentially. You can put plastic on the thingy. It's in the air. And if you go into their bedroom and it's a hot day, it's warm
I would
piss.
never hire a male babysitter.
It was me and my ex-girlfriend.
Okay, fair.
Just piss.
What's wrong with being a male babysitter?
I just find it weird.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't. It wouldn't be my first. I would give someone an opportunity, but I wouldn't be like, I'd love a man to do this. I just wouldn't.
Yeah, it was me and my ex.
Fair play.
And then their dad messaged me on Facebook once. And I was only like,
You've been pissing in our kids' bed.
I was only 18 anyway.
Yeah.
So strange men speaking, like I wasn't an adult, even though, you know, I should have been as I was babysitting.
Yeah.
He messaged me on Facebook asking me questions. I went, why the fuck are you asking me, like, who are you? And he went, well, I want to know who's babysitting my kids. I went, well, I don't like you messaging me, so
Yeah.
fuck off.
Did you tell him to fuck off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to, I don't know who he is. He could have been the weirdo.
Yeah, but you're not babysitting his kids.
What? No, it was he was the dad, but he wasn't like, you know, he was separated.
Oh, he wasn't in.
He
Oh,
was
okay, sorry.
separated.
Okay.
So he was
Yeah,
pissed
you
off
could've-
with the mum of the kids, giving the kids to you.
Yeah. He was like, who are you? And I was like, who the fuck are
Jesus.
you? I don't know who you are.
Babysitting's
I
hard.
see where he's coming from, maybe though, Carl. I like that's a
No, I
classic.
can see where Carl's
That's
coming
classic Carl response of like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But there is a, you know, he does sound like a
There's a better
gobshite.
way of doing it.
Are
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
anyone dads? Are you dad? Nice.
Yeah, I've got 2 kids,
2.
non-bedwetters.
Unreal. Good. Raised well.
They're doing all right.
They're
Good
doing all
kids.
right. How
Did
old
their
are they?
first wedding this weekend.
They did.
They didn't get married, Kyla.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't marry them off.
How old are you?
They're 8 and 4. We just had a friend's wedding this weekend. And it
Oh,
was their first big
amazing.
party, and these guys were amazing. They had a fucking blast.
Really cute.
His
I
son
love
had his
that.
first beer.
Oh,
My daughter had her first line. It's great.
First couple of beers, I'd say. And
Bedtime was difficult.
So cute. Nightmare up the walls.
how do you
That's
reckon a kid would
lovely.
react if you gave them a bit of lemo?
Ah,
Bit of
well,
Coke.
I'm
Not
not
well.
Try it.
I'm not going to try it for you.
No, I mean, like,
But I think pretty bad because I've seen her lose her shit after a fruit shoot. So, you know, if she has a drumstick lolly, she's a fucking nightmare. So I imagine a bit of bugle is going to be quite problematic.
bit of chiz.
I hate Coke so much.
Yeah, same.
It's so not my vibe. I've done it like 2 times. I just don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I just don't. I just find Carl's like, I love it.
I've never done it in my entire life.
Good for you.
I know it's gay.
It's so shit. Honestly, it's so. I did like 2 times out of
Carl
peer
had
pressure.
one pull on a joint in Amsterdam and had to go to bed for 3 hours.
Really.
Good sleep, though.
Yeah. It's a great sleep.
What a nap, mate.
Yeah.
Carl's
I had
not a
to stop. I
substance guy.
love weed, and weed loves me. I don't get paranoid or anything, but it's just for this job. Finn, you a smoker? Nice.
Snoop Dogg, they call him in Wales.
Snoop Dogg. I love that. Yeah, you smoke. Is the weed good here in Liverpool?
I don't know. I
He
don't
lives in
get it.
Wales.
Don't get it from here.
Oh, really? Do you live in Wales?
Yeah.
Is that close by?
Yeah, sort of. About an
is
hour
it?
and a half.
I'll go away. Fuck off. And you called the way up for this?
Huh?
You come up for this?
Yeah, it's not far.
Good for you. I'm not saying it is. I'm just wondering.
He should move to
defensive.
Liverpool, especially because he lives in Brill and it's a shithole where dreams go to die. But
We're legally not allowed to tell him to move to Liverpool, though.
I can tell him.
You can tell him.
You should move to Liverpool for your career.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. When I can buy somewhere, I will.
Oh, you want to save money in there?
yeah, that's what
Also,
it
he's
is.
looking after his mum as well. So he's a good son, you know
No
what I mean?
excuse. No, I'm kidding. That's great.
And she loves a bit
beautiful.
of weed as well. So they,
Yeah.
they just get high all the time.
Yeah.
So you're not a
love
big
that.
drinker?
Do you know what? I filled up my quota. I drank and drank and drank. And then I stopped for like a year and a half. And I thought I was like a proper alcoholic. And then I went to A and I was like, okay, I'm not an alcoholic. I don't have that kind of addiction. But I was in a really bad...
But that's actually can be more dangerous because when you've gone past a certain line
Yeah.
and gone, oh, it's my health and my family and my
Yeah,
friendship and my
yeah,
career,
yeah.
then it is more definite when you go, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
There's a dangerous middle ground where
Yes.
actually it is fucking you up,
Yeah.
but you're also within the realms of acceptability.
Yeah,
So you can
exactly.
keep fucking it up,
Yeah.
but just socially.
Yeah, exactly. And also it's not like I'm fine. Like I'm a good drunk. Like I don't fight or I'm not mean. I'm super fun, love having a few pints with the lads, love the crack. See, the next day, it sends me into a world of anxiety. But
I'm getting like that.
Oh, bro, I can't, like, if I don't get a text back, I'm like, oh my God, I did something or I said something. And then I always fight with Simon. Like, we don't fight if I don't drink. Like, we met, I was completely sober. I didn't drink for like 420 days. And then I was like, dabbled a tiny bit. And now I just don't drink anymore because
My wife's pretty much at the same point. It's rare that she drinks.
Yeah, I just
because the
can't.
next day she is an emotional wreck.
And I cannot regulate my emotion. Like, I just fight and moan and cry, and I'm not funny. Every show.
I'm not good at performing on a hangover either. Yeah.
No. And people that say it's my creative process, I'm like, bro, no, it's not.
But it's your bit, isn't it? From like a hangover is when you've used the happiness from tomorrow today. But the problem is, if it's taken 2 or 3 days of happiness, that's why drugs is a killer, because it robs you of like 4 or 5 days, maybe more. It's not worth the deficit.
No. And also now, because we experience such highs, you're like trying to chase that is a suicide, in my opinion. Like trying to chase that buzz and what this feels like to do what we do. I find at the beginning, maybe you use alcohol because you want to like elongate that sensation. But realistically, that hit of dopamine comes from just everyday consistency and hard work, and the more, like, I say boring, I don't mean boring, but open mics and getting on stage and writing and performing.
And you're better sober on stage as well.
Oh my God, so
nearly every
much
comic
quicker.
ever. Yeah.
So, and it's more fun because you're like, I did the Olympia twice this year, thank God. Happy thank you more, please. We'll take it. And I sold out twice, and see that it's a beautiful room. I don't know if you've done the Olympia. Oh, you did it with the...
Well, I did it on my tour, and then we did it with the pod as well.
You sold out the Olympia twice?
Twice.
In your
Kyla,
first year?
Fuck me.
Second pro, yeah.
So you've done a year, so you didn't see a second.
Yeah, I did. So I did it in January, and I put it on sale. It was on sale for like 6 months. And then after I did it, they were like, do you want to come back and do another run? But it will be Easter Sunday. And I've never sold that many tickets in a short amount of time. And I was like, oh God, I don't know.
You understand that? That's really...
That's incredible.
Yes, I know. I'm so lucky. I understand.
I really from this,
understand.
I can't wait to watch you live. And I'd love if you got on a show with others as well.
Yeah, I'd love to.
But I really want to go to Barcelona and do a couple of sets.
If you ever want to come over, I think promise you.
We've went to a car park, had a great time. we were going to Lorette Mar to watch rugby.
No, we were going to Perpignan and we got nowhere near.
We flew into Barcelona, got into the car park, and there's a bar in the car park.
And we got so drunk that we missed the rugby and went to Lorette Mar instead.
Oh my God, stop. And Lorette Mar is such a shithole.
Yeah, but we just got drunk on the beach for 2 days and we filmed it and people loved it.
I would love to we could do that as a little have a word trip.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you could totally go. You know what I do as well? I can't all of you, but I live in a really lovely apartment. It's really small and it only fits me and my partner. But when I go, I give it to comedians all the time. I'm like, if you want to come and hang out. So if you and your girlfriend want to come over for a weekend, if I'm not there.
Love to.
Yeah, and it's so little. It's not.
We don't care. It's just a base, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's beautiful and clean, and it's on Plaza San Gius, so it's this beautiful square, and there's always people, and it's just such a vibe.
Behind the fridge is a fucking nightmare.
What a pro.
Here he is.
Little punchline from Phil.
Punchline. End the section.
You're welcome.
Ben.
Break time.
We'll have a break. Time to talk about Huel, everyone. They're sponsoring today's episode. I'm always trying to eat healthier. I eat a lot of bread and cheese and
That's
chips.
not healthy.
I know, it's good though, isn't it? But it's not good for me.
Not as good as Huel.
Yeah, it's a drinkable meal. Loads of protein in it. 35 grams.
Of protein.
How many vitamins and minerals?
26.
The black editions, loads of good flavors. Strawberry, banana, chocolate. You can drink it on the go. It's very affordable. And you can get an offer with Have a Word, can't you?
Can you?
Yeah.
What you get? I think it's £10 off.
For
and
new customers.
And a free gift. And once you go black,
nice.
you never go back.
There you go. Huel.com/haveawordpod. Huel. Everyone loves it, including Adam. And we are back. And it's time for executive orders. And we've got a new jingle, haven't we, Adam?
We have. Before I come up with it, though, can I just quickly plug what we were just talking about?
Yeah, we absolutely can.
Saturday, the 2nd of August, Ye August, that's the name of it. So Saturday, the 5th of July, completely sold out. Slightly oversold, actually, because I fucked up the ticketing allocation. 2nd of August, Saturday, the 2nd of August, tickets on sale on patreon.com/haveawordpod and on my socials in Liverpool again. All-day country party, maybe the last one of the summer. So come and see us, class. Executive orders, that what we're doing?
Yeah. Also, Saturday the 6th of September, we've got another karaoke night. £10 a ticket.
Yes.
The link is in the description.
This ain't just an order. This is an executive order. Ow!
Oh, we're not going to do a jingle. We're doing a characterization.
Well, you do that.
And then
Yeah. So you do that bit. So I'll do that again.
Right.
This ain't just any order. This is an executive order. Ow!
Wow.
That'll be on the
was
soundboard next
great.
week.
Yo!
That was honestly really good.
Open the door.
Yeah.
Bang! Open the door.
Kyla, have you got an executive order for us? You're the all-powerful ruler of the world, president of
World.
the universe.
I think that this is going back to my hospitality days. I think if you want to eat a meal during the hot hours of Friday and Saturday night, then you need to have worked a shift on a Friday and Saturday night.
We've said that before, you know.
Yeah.
We think to be allowed in
Yeah.
bars and restaurants, you have to.
Because people are so mean to waitresses and bar staff and they don't get it. So I'm like, if you were here, you'd get it.
What I would say, because I agree with you, I really do. Fully in. I think you should have empathy. You should have the ability to empathise with the people who are serving you. You should understand how hard their shift is, and you should know all of that sort of stuff. And the only way to do that really is to do a shift.
Yeah.
Once you've done that, though,
Yeah.
I do think we've gone, because the old adage was the customer's always right.
Yeah.
And I do think there's been a shift in the last 10, 15 years
Yeah.
to the server's always right in terms of how people
Yeah.
feel. How the general public feel. It's like, don't fucking be nasty to the service workers.
Yeah.
They're working hard. And they are.
Yeah.
But some people are just moody cunts and shit at their
No,
job.
some people shouldn't know. And I agree. There's nothing worse than someone who's in hospitality that clearly does not want to be in hospitality. That's obviously for sure. And I think that the pandemic changed everything because Glovo and I don't know what you have here, like Uber Eats, whatever, has changed everything. Like you go into a restaurant now and it's like, doesn't seem busy at all. And you wait ages and you see them bagging everything in the kitchen. And you're like, I am here and I'm not getting anything.
It's not done good for restaurant culture.
No,
Uber
it
Eats,
hasn't.
has
It's ruined it. It's ruined it.
And as someone who loves, I don't just love good food. I love the whole
Give
experience
me
of
the
being out.
experience, Adam.
Yeah.
Yes, give me the experience. I love the experience. I love walking in, love when so. And you don't have to be overly friendly. I don't need someone to be like nicely sound. Just good service.
Yeah.
Just good.
What is that? Just
Yeah.
just on it, prompt.
I just want to feel relaxed. I don't want to be asking for loads of stuff. Like
Don't over-pestered is
no.
not good.
And also, you know what? I mean, not over pester, but upsell me. I'll take the bread. For sure. Give me the mozzarella. Like
it's very rare you say no when
Yeah,
someone
I'm here to
I
eat
recommend
out.
that. You go, okay, cool,
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
it.
We just went for Nando's, me and Finn at lunch, and they've obviously been told
Yeah.
that there's a beer of the year, and
Yeah.
the guy, he was being so sarcastic.
Yeah.
He's obviously like, "Fuck this!
Yeah,
you don't want
yeah.
a beer. You've just ordered a fucking refill of soda."
Yeah,
and he was
yeah.
like, "Can I offer you the beer of the year?" And I went, "No," and everything about him was like, "Yeah, fuck my life."
Yeah, yeah,
He was
yeah.
quite good. I don't mind that. That
Yeah,
was good. A
yeah,
bit of
yeah.
personality,
Yeah.
and he was doing
Yeah.
everything that he needed to do well.
Yeah.
But then the guy that dropped my food off that was cold, he literally just went, so shit. It's
So
a quiet
shit.
Wednesday afternoon.
You know what
Just
drives me
make a
nuts?
bit more effort.
When it's not in restaurants, but when you go like to a store to buy clothes, whatever, and then you go to the checkout and they're chatting, and they make you wait, and they're just chatting, and they're like, yeah. And then I said to him, and you're like, you can't be chatting. I need to go as well.
That drives me mad. But you know what also drives me mad? You know when I'm just having a browse.
Yeah. And they
Can I help you?
Yeah,
No?
yeah, yeah.
And you know when I need you to help me,
Yeah,
I'll come
yeah.
and get you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Stand there and look ready to work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was in
overzealous shop workers. Shoot them in the head.
yeah.
I was in Doc Martens today, and fair enough, all the staff there are always dead cool.
Very cool.
Like dead cool staff, aren't
Very
they?
cool.
And Cher came on.
Love share.
Believe in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That came on, I was like, fuck, bit banger.
Absolute banger.
And the girls like fucking vibing with me and we're
Yeah.
vibing. All the girls in the shop are vibing like that. And then the music went off and I went, oh, what's happened there? And one of the girls went, oh yeah, a customer requested that we turn the song off.
Oh, stop.
And I went, well, I want it on. So
I'm
you know,
another, yeah, I'm
a customer.
requesting.
And she was like, right. And then the guy went, the girls just come over and said, can you turn that off because her husband broke up with her with that song on.
Grow up.
No way.
And now it triggers her and she went, when can you turn it off? Yeah.
It was
This is
a
another
breakup
dangerous
song.
word, trigger.
And
We need to
that's
talk.
a good one. That's
Great
a good
song.
breakup song.
That's great.
I stubbed my toe
It
when
is a
that
good
was
breakup
on.
song,
Great
actually.
breakup song.
Well, she didn't
Yeah.
believe in life after love, clearly, because she hasn't got over them.
Yeah. She can't even be in Doc Martens.
Fucking ironic bitch. Couldn't get over it.
Yeah, yeah. Ironic bitch.
They put ironic on.
Banger.
Very
Yeah, I
good.
like staff who just like, We're people. Let's just be people.
Yeah, exactly.
You can be a robot and be good at your job. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's good. That's
And also just acknowledge, just be like, or even when you're waiting in a queue and just be like, hey, I'll be with you in a second. Like, just like a tiny bit of like, you might be having a shit day. Like this society isn't built for us at all. Society is built for making money. So all of us probably, especially in those jobs, it's hard, you know? So it's like, just I get it.
In Italy, in Italy, it's all the old boys as well that work in restaurants.
I love Italy because
that.
it's so shit. It's excellent. You go in and there's a lady and she's sitting at the cash desk. There's 6 phones ringing and you're like, hey, can I get a table? She's like, allora, ma va? You're like, sorry, I'll go. I'm sorry. And then you go sit down and then they're like, what do you? And then I'm like, can I get that with no onion? They're like, no. It's made with onion. And then it comes down and it's the best fucking food in the world. You're like, you know what? I'm sorry. You're right.
This bitch
Take
knows
all
onion.
my money. Yeah. Like there, it's chill.
When after Carl's wedding, I went to Florence with my missus for a few days and went in and ordered a Florentine T-bone steak.
Yeah.
And I asked for it medium, and she goes, no. She goes, no, you don't tell me how to cook a Florentine steak. She goes, I'll tell you what, I'll bring you it, how I would cook it for everyone.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, we'll put it back in. I'm making it first the way I want to make it.
It's so true.
And when I say she said all of that, she said all of that in Italian. And then I said, I don't understand. And she was like,
I know.
So I had to get my phone out and say, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And she typed in everything I've just said to you into Google Translate in Italian and then turned it to me in English and was like, I'm going to cook it the way I want to cook it. You'll eat it that way. And then if you don't like it, then I'll put it back in the oven for you, okay? Love it.
Was it good food?
And it was great, wasn't it?
You should try
Unbelievable.
ordering different wine. If you want like red wine with fish, they're like, no. Like they're just like, no.
Because
Like,
they're right, aren't they?
they're so, and I'm not a foodie. Like I'm genuinely not. Like I'm a frozen food baby. Like my mum had me young and we did what we did when it was great. But like chicken cave is luxurious for me. But when I got there, it taught me a lot about like good food, like good quality of food. Oh, they're so right.
And they're so passionate about it. Like all the
They're
reels with the
so-
people,
Yeah.
with the partners snapping the pasta
They give
on
a shit.
purpose.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
it's
they give a
literally
shit.
like a war crime's happened in the kitchen.
Yeah. Or even like how you sit there for hours, lads. Hours eating. Like you sit there and everything. Like in Ireland, we get a amount of food, we gobble it and then we fuck off. Like that's
Yeah.
it. Like in Italy, it's this and they're sharing and that and they're chatting and they're stopping and it's such
And the
a thing
oils
for
and the
them.
bread. And
Yeah. And you never get fat. I lived there for 7 years. I ate pasta and bread every day and I
get
whip
fat.
it.
I'd get fat.
You wouldn't. It's something
swear to
about the
God.
way they produce the food. It's all fresh. The pasta's made by hand. Like it's such a different thing. It's unbelievable. Honestly, it's something else. It's something else.
That makes sense now. One of the restaurants we went to, so we got there at 6 and they said, we do need the table back by 9:30. And we were laughing, going, who the fuck's having a fucking table for 3.5?
That's what
It's a
they're
table
like.
of 2 for 3.5 hours. But it's that, isn't it? It's that culture
They
of
just sit, wine, drinking. Oh, it's so
And then
nice.
have an espresso at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like
So
that's fine.
they're not trying to rush you out like
No.
restaurants here. They want you there for
But yeah.
a
Oh,
while.
if
It's
you
not that
eat
they
slow.
want you there, they expect you. It's part of the
Yeah.
deal.
Right.
It's
Like-
part of the expectation.
When I was working in restaurants and they used to give me my dinner, like on my shift, I would eat standing up. And it used to drive them mad. My boss was like, I'm not going to feed you if you don't sit down and eat. He's like, you can't eat. He's like, Kyla, like your digestion. What about your digestion? And I'm like, yeah, I suppose. And I'd be sitting there fucking just wanting to, I used to smoke, just wanting to fucking smoke my fag and take a poop. I'm like, come on, let me fucking go. Yeah, you know what I mean? They were nuts, like, but it's such a cultural thing.
Did you have a sit down meal at the end of every shift?
No, we used
At
to
the
at the
restaurant?
beginning. At the beginning, we'd eat together.
When I
and
worked in
then-
an Italian restaurant,
That's class as
that's
well.
what they did
love that.
right at the end of the shift.
Yeah.
It'd be like midnight tea, and it was a proper sit down meal.
Yeah.
There for another hour. So
So
it
my
was
mouth's
cool.
watering thinking about the food. Honestly, I miss it so much. Oh my God.
Should we do an executive order from the lids?
Sorry, there's
You want to go?
There's 2 things here. First of all, I would like to say, I think Italy, of all the countries I've been to, it's probably my favourite.
Absolutely.
It's all round the best.
America.
so
Is it
good.
beating America?
I mean, I'm talking Europe, really.
Okay.
Every European Europe, like, there's just something about
Something
Italy.
about it.
And to go back to Carl's thing with the woman in docs, just for 1 sec, I understand people getting triggered by stuff, whether it's through breakups, childhood trauma, whatever. There's certain things that tick me off, and I'm like, oh no. And it can set off a bit of anxiety or a panic attack or whatever. That's on you, though, and you should fuck off out the shop.
Yeah.
Like, you can come back to Doc Martens in 20 minutes and buy your shoes, mate. Shit,
Yeah.
it's not that long a song. Go for
Yeah.
a walk and sort your head
But I
out.
think she knows that the staff are liberal enough to go, yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, but it's entitlement.
Yeah, of
And
course,
it's the
yeah.
one thing that bothers me more than anything
Yeah,
in the world.
shutting
is
down a
fucking
comedy
entitlement.
show because you found one line upsetting or offensive.
Yeah.
Someone messaged Hattie Preston talking about, I can't believe you talked about IVF when I've struggled through my IVF.
Yeah.
We did a gig together in Manchester. So they went online and commented on a video of the roast that Hattie's a friend of ours, brilliant
Yeah.
comedian.
I met Hattie. She's lovely.
Commented on a reel that she posted of the roast, saying how offended she was at this gig in Manchester.
Why is that bad? It's good news for Hattie. Why is that?
Just because she's having a hard time with IVF and didn't want to hear about it. Didn't want to hear a positive story about IVF.
I did a reel about
Fucking
not
hell.
wanting to freeze my eggs because everyone is freezing their eggs now, like every single person. And I was like, maybe I have to do it because touring and stuff, whatever. And I did a reel about it being like, I'm not going to freeze my eggs, like just joking. And I had to take it down. It just wasn't worth it. People were just like, I've been on my own journey, this and this, which I totally get. But also this is in the same breath, my journey. This is also me talking about what I'm experiencing.
And there's
with
other
it.
people who've had your journey.
You know, like it's not at all. And I'm not shitting on anybody's. Like if I'm on a diet and you eat a donut, I don't mind. Like
What's their issue with you freezing your eggs?
I said I didn't want to.
What's their issue with you not wanting to?
They just were like, well, you're giving people the wrong advice. And I'm like, yes, but I'm not. I'm on my Instagram. It says I'm a comedian. I'm not a wellness coach. I'm not a fitness coach. I'm not a life coach. It says I'm a stand-up comedian. So
Are you
if
not
you're
giving
coming
advice
to me
either?
for fertility advice, then
It's not advice if you're saying I'm doing
yeah,
this.
yeah. But it was
Like,
just,
people just, whenever it's about the thing they care about, they can't handle any human around it.
No.
And comedy, not just stand-up, but all comedy is held to such a higher standard and a higher sort of threshold than any other art form and any other genre of art. Like, think about like how much drama gets away with that comedy doesn't.
Yeah.
How many subjects drama can discuss and talk about, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
that's brilliant.
Yeah.
But comedy isn't allowed to touch it. Think
Yes.
about American History X and what that film's about, and
Yeah.
racism and like
Yeah.
repeated use of the N-word by actual Nazis.
Yeah.
Like Edward Norton in that can say the N-word 150 times.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to say it once.
No, but like in a comedy film as an actor,
Yeah, you can't say
that would never
Yeah.
be allowed. And it's because
Yeah.
comedy's not allowed to do what drama does.
Yeah.
And it's just held to this higher threshold. And
Isn't that
if
such
there
a-
was a drama about
Yeah.
the struggles of IVF,
Yeah.
then the people who are struggling with it will watch it and go, oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
As soon as someone tries to do humor with it, they
Yeah.
go, oh, you can't do this because I can't laugh about it.
Yeah.
I can only
Yeah.
drama
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But there's
Comedy's
such
held
a-
to such a higher threshold than any
It's
other art
because in
form.
comedy they see it because struggling in our society nowadays, struggling is completely linked with success. You have to struggle, you need to sacrifice, which is such a, if you think about it, a Catholic Roman church idea. There it is, the Catholic Roman, Jesus. I get in trouble.
Woman as well.
Pardon?
It was a woman as well.
Jesus Christ. But this is it. It's like people, like if it's sad, like you have to suffer. Sadness is, but when you make light of something, when people see laughter, they associate it with disrespect.
Yeah.
And it's so not the case. You're like, no, I'm coming from such a human place. Like the things I talk about on stage can be a little bit risky, but it's like, and also when you get to see real, like in the room, I promise you'll trust me in the room.
Yeah.
If you're there with me, I promise I'll do it in such a way that you know I'm not being mean or nasty. Like if you're
Yeah, yeah.
there with me for that 20 minutes or whatever, but people just see a reel and they're like, you're a piece of shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
right, okay, great.
Also, they don't have to say it to your face on the internet.
Yes, and they would never in real life.
Did
They
you
would never.
wind the Trump supporters up?
Yes, I had to delete that as well. I got death threats.
What did you say?
I don't even remember.
See, I get that with Everton fans.
I don't even remember. Oh, do you?
Genuinely.
Yeah.
We do that too. they do that.
Jesus, it's nuts. People are nuts, aren't they? They're absolutely nuts.
What did you say to wind the Trump fans up?
I said about him getting something about him knocking. I honestly can't remember because I don't do my reels. If you see them, it's me walking.
Yeah.
I just think of something I say, just throw shit at the wall. You know yourself, you're just building and building. I don't have a podcast for content, so I'm like, I just gotta put little snippets out there. And I said something about him getting shot, and I did the Irish wink, and I honestly don't remember what I fucking said, and they just went nuts. They just went absolutely crazy.
Lots of views though.
Huh?
Lots of views.
Yeah, like 2 million, but
I mean,
like
2
Angry
million is
views,
still
though.
2 million.
no,
views.
it's loads of views, but at the same time, it wasn't. I'm like, well, none of you are going to buy tickets, so I don't really want. Yeah, you know, like I'd rather
wrong views.
Yeah, I'd rather 20,000 views and a full room. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't need this shit. You know, it's all just nonsense. Like and all of them go for my looks. That's it. Like that's like none of them. And I'm like, you know what? If you're in front of me, I'd make you laugh, cunt. So, you know what I mean? Make you come as well, you piece of shit.
That sounds great.
It's a great day.
I don't like how you look. Well, if you were in the room, you'd be laughing and coming, so fuck you.
Exactly. But genuinely, like, I'm like, yeah, all right. Yeah,
We've got some executive orders from the listeners. If you want to send one in, haveawordpod@gmail.com. The first one is about Instagram. Jack Hindman says, remove double tapping to like an Instagram post just in case of an accidental like from years ago.
No, just stop being a pervert, mate.
Oh,
Jack.
fuck off from your high stool on the moral high ground. Because we've all had a little.
Well, do you want to know the reason I actually don't want to take away this from the thing? It's not because I want him to stop being a pervert. It's because if you are a single man, a way to start a conversation is to go back on their profile, double tap it, and then you wait for them to message you going, caught you creeping, and that starts the conversation. It's a little fake accident. Oh, I didn't mean that. And
So
then the chat
you want to make sure the accident is still possible.
Yeah,
so you can be
plausible
like,
deniability. Oh, that was an accident, that. No, it wasn't. It was a conversation starter.
Also, if you
I'm a
don't like
clever
it, they don't see-
pervert.
if you don't like it, they don't get the notification.
Sometimes you can double tap and not realise you've liked it.
Oh, that's, yeah.
And sometimes as well, it's not even because you fancy someone. Sometimes you're just having a wee nose. Sometimes you get stuck in the wormhole and all of a sudden you're...
We all do
yeah,
that.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
what did they look like 10 years ago?
Yeah, yeah,
We've all
yeah.
done that.
I always have a little sconny or...
I'm 33, Adam.
He can't do that.
No, you can. Don't.
No.
No, I can't.
Brian Handelman says, executive order for you lads. If you call someone and you're on speaker with people around, they should be legally obliged to say, you're on speaker when they answer the phone. Rang my wife and slagged off her brother's missus while the both of them were in the car. Feel like that's her fuck up there.
You should naturally go, are you on speaker, by the way?
Yeah.
That should be the first thing.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm just with Adam in the car.
Yeah.
Because you might go, oh, Adam's it, whatever. You know,
Or there should be a little beep when they answer.
No, just
It should
communicate.
be a little...
just say.
a little beep
Just
that you
say.
hear, but they
anything
don't.
but
you don't know who's
talk.
listening. Like if you ring me and you're about to slag Finn off, and I go, Adam's in the car with Finn, you that's just
Mate, if I'm ringing to slag someone off, I don't want anyone in the... I want off speakerphone.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying it's always good to say you're on speakerphone and these are the people who are here.
Yeah, but as soon if someone rings you and then you answer immediately, you're on speakerphone, by the way. It looks like you're like, because you usually cunt this person off that I'm with.
Well, do you know what I do? I do that and make it look like a joke. So if I'm in the car with you and Carl rings me,
Yeah.
I will literally go, I'm in the car with Dan, so don't slag him off.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
And then you go, he would never have done that. When, really, he normally does.
And then Carl
You
goes,
wanna,
I'll call you
wanna
later.
hear what happened to me? It's not that, but it's similar to that, but the husband and the wife. So I was doing a little press run in Ireland and I did a podcast. Oh, I did a TV or a radio interview with this guy. I can't remember his name. I can, but we'll leave it off. And I come out of the interview and I had another interview with another radio station the next day and she forgot to call me at 12. So she rings me and she's like, Kyla, I'm so sorry. And I was like, listen, I was up the wall myself. I had this interview and this interview. She goes, how did it go? I go, the first one went well. And so, we'll call him Dan. I goes, he was right arsehole, fucking piece of shit. I was like, zero crack. And she was like, oh, sure, look, hopefully tomorrow will be better. And I said, yeah, hopefully. Next day comes around, go into studio on a Sunday at 2FM. And I'm like, how's it going? They're like, great. And I goes, what about your man? And she goes, you won't believe this, but that's actually my husband. And I just doubled down. I was like, well, he was a piece of shit. So, and I was like,
That's all you can do
yeah,
there.
yeah, because I was like, he was.
Yeah.
He was a fucking nightmare. And I was like, well, he was, and she goes, yeah, I said it to him. And I was like, oh, look, some people just don't get on. But I was like, Jesus Christ.
I think you can get away with that because that's sort of your shtick. You can
Honesty.
give a little... Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you were prim and proper and you did that, there's no like,
And you know what? Like, who cares if I don't like him, right? Like, in a world full of people, me and him didn't click. Like, that's okay too. Like,
And did she roll with it?
what? Yeah. She
I
just
think
laughed and
she's-
she goes, you're not the first one. She said, Des Bishop said the same thing. And I was like, good.
Have you ever
seems
sent a
sound.
screenshot about somebody to the person?
Yeah. No, I haven't, but I've received one as the person being spoken about.
That
Yeah.
honestly makes
Yeah.
me want to shoot myself.
Yeah.
in
I
the
did
head.
it with a friend. I was waiting to pick a friend up
Yeah.
and he was very late.
Yeah.
And I was texting him and then I went to text him about the person, but text the person.
Oh,
I said,
no.
no wonder I'm not his real mate.
Oh, that's so dark as well. That's so
Yeah.
heavy. Not real friends.
I'll tell you later. You do know. And I just wanted, and he got in the car and we didn't mention it. And I just wanted to just.
No, you
drag
have
the
to
car.
mention it. Oh, mention
No,
it.
he didn't
it.
mention it and I can't bring it up.
Or would you have just gone, God, that was awkward?
Yeah, I would. But I literally can't not. Like I literally, like if I'd walked in here now, one of you were an amputee, I would have to be like, what happened to your arm? Like it just, but it's not nosiness or inappropriateness. It's just like, we're all fucking looking at this thinking, like I just feel so.
My 4-year-old's similar, but he's, 4.
Yeah, he's 4.
It ain't that much.
Yeah. Oh, do you know who it is now?
He's just done an impression of him, yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's
It's
so
not nice. But it happens and we're still friends.
Yeah. And also deep down, everyone knows.
Not real friends, but
Ollie Wright says, executive
name.
order. I've been out of the game for a long time now, married with kids, but you guys have spoken about Bumble on here before, where the lady messages first. I mean, did that used to be the case, but it's not anymore.
Yeah.
But that was the vibe of Bumble, wasn't it? Make a chain of Bumble bars / clubs where the same rules apply. You can go just as any normal bar, but it's accepted men do not make the first move in the bar. Women can approach guys for a chat or a dance or whatever, but men aren't allowed.
It's just be him and his mates in every single one of these pubs.
it's so creepy.
It's just a
so
traffic light party, isn't it?
Why is it creepy?
All the men just standing there in silence, just going, hey, I hope she comes over.
It's not even creepy, but it's just sure, like if a man
I
wants
think,
you,
I think
know,
that
like,
you've made it sound more like, I think if you look at it another angle, it just means men can't be creeps. But if they stand there going,
and also talking to a woman doesn't make you a creep. A creep is a creep. A creep is just a creep.
Yeah.
This discussion is said all the time, and unfortunately, there's no way of showing it. As women, we have really good intuition to keep us alive. So it's like, yeah, because our people who kill us is you guys, no offense, but like, you know,
You
we
went
have
up to a lift to a
We also
dead
kill
body.
ourselves the most as well.
You went up to
yeah,
a lift
he
to a
wasn't
dead
creep.
body.
Because he wasn't a creep, Finn. I promise you. I knew some men, you just feel safer. Like I'm in here and I'm like, I know you guys aren't creepy. Jack, I don't know. But no, but like you just, as women, it's not about looks or appearance or anything. It's just
a vibe.
We
Yeah,
have
yeah.
something in us, and you're like, I was coming home from tour one time, and I came out of the airport in Barcelona, and there was a taxi man there, and you have to queue up, and I was like, I'm not getting in that car, and he was normal, and I was like, nah, there's just something. I was like, no way. So it's just, and it's not about that. It's just, and like I think that is kind of nice, that idea of a woman approaching, because some men are a little bit, like my fella probably wouldn't, he would take his time. You know what I mean? So I was on stage when I met him, he was in the audience and I was chatting to him or whatever. So it was kind of me that initiated, but.
Do you know what I'd love to know?
Yeah.
Genuinely what I'd love to know, right? Because when I'm stone cold sober in a bar,
Yeah.
the idea of going over and talking to a girl,
Yeah.
like I would do it, but
Yeah.
it'd take a bit of, it'd take a
Yeah.
little bit like, what am I going to say? Like,
Yeah.
I'd think about it, you know?
Yeah.
And then a few drinks in, like I've spoke to people and it's gone nowhere, and just, go back to the lads and whatever.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've been blackout drunk
Yeah.
and ended up going home with someone,
Yeah.
I'd love to know what I say when I'm that drunk.
Yeah.
I've witnessed it.
there's magic there.
You don't say anything.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's
Is it
not
caveman
words.
shit?
Yeah, you're both in the place where you both want to go home.
You just rumba to a lonely girl.
You just go over
Whoa,
and,
is she crying? Perfect.
you'll go over and probably buy them a drink, and then you'll both go, You're not like, hi there. You're
Yeah.
like,
There's no personality in that you're not attracted to the person.
I'd just
You're
love
just
to
horned
know
up.
what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying.
don't get blackout drunk and turn into Ryan Gosling in Crazy Stupid Love. Just giving lessons on how to be
Like,
a
so
Lothario.
None of us know that,
Yeah,
do we?
yeah.
We don't know
it's
what
so
means.
few words.
It's because it's so hard to be intimate with someone. It's such an intimate act, like sex, and we've taken it to this extreme where it's so quick now that it's
for
normal that
yourself.
we need to be drunk, because it's not as normal to do it so fast. You know, I think anyway. I would be a bit embarrassed if I had to do it very quickly.
What do lines work on you? Like chat up lines?
I just think if maybe I love a giggle.
Yeah, so chat up line. would
Yeah,
work,
we
don't
chat
you?
up line over, even if it's shit is funny.
I think you gotta have some fucking balls about you to try a chat up line on Kyla.
Oh my
'cause
God,
you're gonna
really?
because you're gonna give it back.
Yeah.
So it can't be, if you're one of those guys who I know it's smooth.
Yeah.
I'll learn this line, but they
Yeah.
haven't actually got any crack.
Yeah.
I think
You wanna hear
you
the
try
best-
that with the wrong person. They go, oh, what about that? They throw back the serve.
Yeah.
And then the guy goes,
Oh, if he
I've
But
got a
folds,
foul
then
something
you gotta walk.
something
Yeah.
I do that really works. I smile at a man I like in a bar. I'll just smile, and that's enough for him to feel confident then, because it's hard, right?
Oh, if a girl smiles across the bar.
Yeah, I
Like
smile.
a proper
Sometimes I'll
one,
give
a
a little
lingering
wave.
one. If she
Yeah.
goes like,
Yeah,
then that's not good.
Yeah, I
But
just
if
kinda
she's
smile.
like,
I always,
Yeah.
and I know what she means.
if they do Robert De Niro impressions to me, I'm like, oh man.
Smell me.
Oh, no.
Smell your
Smell
mouth.
me. You want to smell my pussy? It's so nice. Sometimes, one time I was in a bar and I was getting a dry martini. I asked for extra olives, and the guy next to me was like, "Hey, you little chubby," and I was like, "Oh, I love that." Call me
Don't
chubby.
try that, lads.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
try that. That won't work a lot.
What's your favourite packet of crisps? Great opener.
What's your favourite packet of crisps?
Yeah, because it always starts a massive conversation with everyone gets involved in the bar.
Did you hear what the man said to her?
Chubby.
Call me chubby.
Hey, you little chubby.
Hey, you little chubby. It was so cute. And I was like, I love that you call me chubby. That was hilarious.
What's your favourite packet of crisps?
My favourite packet of crisps.
We're giving some bad advice.
I
out
like
here,
prawn
guys.
cocktail.
Don't go up to a girl and go, hey, chubby, do you like crisps? It's
Hey, fatso.
not going to go well.
Prawn cocktail walkers.
Yeah, that'll do.
Carl,
Pink
stop trying to
packet.
fuck her.
Just asking questions. It's
So
my
sexy.
job.
Hey,
It's working.
chubby, do you
I'm
like
so
crisps?
wet.
Smell prawn cocktails,
I
yeah?
can't even get up. I'm soaked.
Oh, that's what the smell is. It's the prawn cocktail.
That's a pod, ladies and gents. And what a fucking appearance that has been. Kyla, where can we find you?
Kyla Cobbler Comedy on Instagram, and I've got my own website as well for tour dates and Edinburgh Fringe and everything. I'm around. Come
What are you
find
doing
me.
at the Fringe?
I'm doing from the 13th to the 17th in the Underbelly.
Class.
Belly
I think that
laughs.
might be the week I'm up there. I'm only doing
really?
3 days as well.
Yeah, I'm only doing a couple of days
Yeah.
just to pop in and say hello, lose some money, and go home.
Well, that's going to go down very well. Thanks for listening and watching, everyone. Before we go, for the audio listeners, Finn, who are you playing?
We have got my good mates, the Blue Dolphin Wranglers. They've got their
I thought
new-
they changed their name to the Wranglers.
No.
Oh, that's the Blue Dolphin.
Tuna fish.
I love Joe.
They've got their new tune, Feel Alright, which is an absolute banger. Also, if you keep your eye on my socials, I'm playing The Cavern for BBC Introducing as part of Big Weekend on Wednesday, the 21st of May.
Next Saturday.
Free tickets. So keep your eyes out for them. I'd love to see that.
All right, well, here's the Blue Dolphin Wranglers.
Yeah, Feel Alright. It's a banger.
Cheers, Kyla.
Thank you very much for having me.
That's it.
Bye, Felicia.
Goodbye.